for the stars. Rise up, stand tall, we'll conquer it all. With every punch thrown, we answer the call. From triumph and defeat.
Warriors have been fighting on battlefields for ages. Those familiar stories passed down through the millennia. Two opposing forces with the belief that they are the bravest, the strongest, the greatest, each fighting to be a hero. Tonight, FightRise presents a battle of the best of us. The only story you need is the one right in front of your eyes. These masters of our game stand here now face to face on the precipice of history. North America versus Europe. One Fight Stand versus One Fight Stand 2. That's our story here on Earth to Fight 6 Transatlantic Throwdown.
Welcome everyone to Urge to Fight 6 Transatlantic Throwdown. I'm your host, Hot Soup. We've got such a thrilling fight card for everyone tonight. First, let's meet the commentator joining me tonight. Rob, Spectre, are you there?
Yep, I'm here. I'm really excited to get into this. And, the first Street Fighter hit to cast, I've been watching a lot of games and getting on the Street Fighter hype train. I'm really looking forward to seeing how tonight's going to go.
Thanks, yeah, Robin. I'm really excited. This is Spectre, everyone, to commentate with you. This is my third Urge to Fight now, so I guess I'm a seasoned veteran at this point. But it's really awesome to get you from across the pond to come over and do it with me.
Yeah, definitely a veteran at that point. Well, Rob and Spectre repping EU and NA respectively. Rob, I know you're a professional Dota 2 commentator and competitive player. We're fortunate to have you on tonight donating your time. How's the transition been from MOBAs to fighting games?
It's been a little bit tricky because I don't have a team to help me out if things are going wrong. It's just purely on me, fight like when I'm playing the games. But actually being able to watch and commentate, it's so straightforward that there's a lot of depth in Street Fighting. There's a lot of depth in the fighting games. But actually just sitting down as a viewer, really easy to see who's beating up who and who's coming out ahead. So yeah, I'm looking forward to actually sinking my teeth in and being able to commentate on it. It looks like it's a lot of fun, and I hope there's going to be some great fights here for us to enjoy.
Yeah, for sure. I can never understand what's going on in a mobile match, though. And Spectre, always great to have you on commentary. I saw you turned your back on the Blanca army. You're dabbling with Guile these days. How's that going?
Yeah, I mean, so you get to a point in Master, especially with tricky characters like Blanca, where people don't fall for your nonsense anymore. You have to fall back on footsies, and I learned I have bad footsies, so I was like, why don't I pick up somebody that'll teach me that? I don't know if it's teaching me that, but it's definitely been interesting. Guile's fun.
All right. All right. Well, it's a pleasure to have you both on for this very special stream. We'll be hearing more from you guys really soon. To the viewers, I want to reiterate today or tonight, depending on what time zone you're in, is a very special one. We're showcasing players from our round robin events on both sides of the Atlantic. One Fight Stand 2 Super Euro has been running steady every other Monday for a couple months now. And I want to bring on the man who spearheaded this initiative and also part of the duo behind all the hard work making it happen. Please welcome my good friend, Gung Joe.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yes, I can. How's it going,
Brilliant.
Joe?
Yeah, absolutely great. Thank you. Yeah.
Joe, thank you for coming on. Let me explain some context for the audience briefly. Joe and I met at locals when we both lived in Montreal playing Street Fighter V. Unfortunately, that local imploded. But Joe stepped up and started running events out of his apartment that we all just simply called the Joe's Apartment Local. We had a Facebook group and everything. I was tasked with running the bracket at these events, and Joe and I really pushed for the round robin format because of the wide variety of skill levels that were there in that room. So Joe's apartment is absolutely the genesis of One Fight Stand, and we had an awesome time with the round robins and team tournaments. Joe then moved back to England. I think you couldn't stand the winters in Montreal. Is that right, Joe?
I mean, it was a number of things, but definitely, to be honest with you, the best experience I had in Montreal was those events, and I met a load of nice people through those events, and that's generally always the way it's been for me when I've moved between different cities and things like that. Is just kind of networking with people in the FDC and playing games with people. It's always been kind of how I make friends and stuff. So Yeah, that was the best thing in Montreal for me, I think, overall.
Yeah. And I remember you telling me you had a lot of experience running locals back in England as well. So yeah, it was great to do that with you. And though we kept in touch here and there, credit to Street Fighter 6 for being an awesome game and bringing us back together again, throwing some cool events. Really does feel like old times. Joe, when we talked about starting this up, I know you had an objective to make sure One Fight Stand 2 was accessible to as many players as possible. Can you talk about your background with accessibility and how you're working to accomplish that with your event?
Yeah, absolutely. So just for some context, I work in the games industry helping game studios make increasingly accessible games. So inclusion and accessibility is kind of a big thing that's on my mind quite persistently. So I don't think I'd really want to be part of something that couldn't have that as part of its agenda. So that was something I was thinking about, especially on the EU side of going forward. Like I want to kind of make this as accessible as we can, at least. But I think if you think about what fighting games are, they really span beyond the game itself, right? So the Street Fighter itself, has a relatively broad range of accessibility features, but really we need to think about accessibility in terms of both the game and its community if we want to create really inclusive experiences, right? So that's kind of where I'm coming at. I don't work at Capcom ultimately, so the state that the game is in, that's nothing that I can control. But what we can do as an event is kind of seek ways to make our event as accessible as possible, make it as inclusive as possible, so as many people who might have historically been left out of the community can participate. And there's a variety of different things we've been doing to kind of help with that. And some of those have been in FightRise already. Like one of the most obvious ones I didn't know at first was an important accessibility consideration for some people was that Discord actually has quite a lot of pleasant accessibility features for blind users. And that's not something that's always true with various websites. So by running the entire tournament through Discord, there's a massive benefit there because everything can be read by the screen reader. And it means that every time we run the event, we don't have to worry about people going through multiple websites and multiple spaces to, report results and do everything they need to there. So that's been something that has been helpful for at least one of our blind players that's coming in. But it's also just about listening to players and kind of like making sure that we're open to hearing out their requests for accommodations and things like that, and just doing whatever we can on that front to like I say, make it so as many people can play as possible, really. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. And shout out to TornyBot. I mean, it's really made running events for the community a breeze, and we can actually take part in it. I'm sure that feels good too. It's really great how you and Rob Maximo Picante in the Discord handled the communication implementation of all of it. I know it took a lot of coordination. Blind Warrior Sved being at your first event and seeming to have such a great time on stream, I think is a testament to that. Definitely go watch his YouTube video of his run through One Fight Stand. He really had a great time. He was kicking butt too in there too. But do you think, I guess more specifically, what do you think Capcom can do more for accessibility in the game?
Yeah, I mean, one of the things that we do in our tournaments on the EU side especially is that we avoid the battle hub in particular. And you see this across not just Street Fighter, but a variety of games in the fighting game space lately, where they're building these kind of 3D virtual arcade spaces where people can kind of socialize and take part in other activities that are beyond just fighting each other in the game. And I think that's one area where accessibility doesn't seem to be a major consideration, because if you're a blind user, then it's one thing to navigate a top level menu of like, 3 items at the top level, I think, for Street Fighter, and then whatever else that's in the kind of sub menus. But it's another thing to navigate this in like almost open 3D space where you have no contextual cues on where you're positioned at any one time, right? So I think that's something that's very challenging. I don't think it's limited to Street Fighter, because like I say, all of these games seem to be pushing to this feature at the same time. But as a result of that innovation, they're often leaving people with access needs behind, and that is often the case with technology and such. But I don't think in terms of fighting games they're doing something so innovative that it's unreasonable to expect it there day one. Realistically, like really, they could be doing a lot better to make these spaces accessible. Like just a quick menu that had a screen reader support to get you from cabs and get you to the spaces you need in the battle hub would make it vastly more accessible. Even if you didn't specifically know exactly where you were in the space, you could just teleport there and it would tell you.
Yeah, that's
a massive thing.
That's a great point, and we do take it for granted on the North American side. Using the Battle Hub for our events, that we may be keeping some people out who really want to take part. But I'm open to switching to custom rooms if there is someone in the community that wants to join us and isn't able to because of the Battle Hub restrictions. So I'm saying it here. Definitely reach out if that's something you want to do with us. I know we're looking to grow the community on the EU side, and that's been a challenge, especially drawing the lower ranks. Anything you want to say to try and entice those folks that may be on the fence to join you for One Fight Stand 2?
I guess just jump in with us really, because we're trying to do like we've got this round robin thing going on in the first place. So even if you do lose all the other matches, you still get to play a vast number of matches. You get to learn a lot and get to socialize with a really nice group of people. Either way, my first experiences for attending tournaments have always been going 0-2 and then being knocked out of the tournament very early and then just being spectating. But it's not like that, right? With these round robin events, you get to participate for the full thing. You get match experience. So no matter what skill level you're coming at, even if you lost every match, I think you can have a good time with that. And like I say, we are at the same time, trying to provide as close as possible with these skill-based brackets. And that's something that will get better over time. If we get more players in, it gets easier and easier to make these skill-based brackets more accurate. So you get to have more balanced matches through the round robin too. But yeah, I would just say just jump in. It's not designed to be anywhere near as intimidating as kind of a typical like competitive double elimination style thing. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. Well, we thank you for everything you've done for our EU members. Everyone who attends has a great time. I think you've done an amazing job carrying the torch that we started on the North American side of the server. Tonight's Urge to Fight card could not have happened without you. So I want to thank you again, Joe, for jumping on, talking about One Fight Stand 2. Any last words, any socials you want to share with everybody?
No, I don't really use any social. I was annoyed at Elon Musk because he wasn't very like positive towards accessibility, so I closed my Twitter account down.
Oh, really? Okay.
But I don't really have any active social other than like professional LinkedIn and things like that. But thanks very much for having me on this. Yeah, and hopefully the tournament goes well.
Yeah, for sure. Well, thank you again. Tonight's big goal is to showcase some of the amazing talent and competition that we have showing up to OFS 2. I want to thank Joe again for coming on and talking about it. Hopefully this inspires more European players to join the server and join on this really great round robin tournament series. I'm such a huge fan of the round robin format, if you can't tell, as a training tool. It's got a different goals than your standard double elimination tournament. It's such a great way of measuring your progress and improvement every other week. If that sounds interesting to you, join our Discord. FightRise.com/Discord. All the details for One Fight Stand 2 are available in the EU Fight Nights channel there. There's actually a One Fight Stand 2 happening tomorrow night, so 8 p.m. BST. Hopefully we see you at the next one tomorrow. But Rob, Spectre, I'm done hogging the mic. I think we should get the show going. Please take it away from here.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to getting into this one here and seeing just how these matches are going to break down. I mean, everybody coming into this one is going to be at a master level, so it is going to be, I think, some top level fights. But Spectre, anything in particular you're looking forward coming through the card here?
Yeah, I mean, my favorite thing, and you might have heard me rant about this in previous events, is I love variety, right? So I think this is going to be an awesome event. We have 10 people fighting and 9 different characters. There's only one duplicate, which is Rashid.
Yeah.
And most importantly, there's no Kens, right? So I think it's going to be a great event. I'm really looking forward to it. And I'm also really glad we get to highlight some folks that normally don't get a chance, because most of these events are usually just North American players.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's something that I think anyone in the Discord has seen me type in there. They'll see my feelings on Ken as well, and to a lesser extent Zangief, but that's kind of because of my still learning the game. But yeah, being able to bring these characters in, I'm looking forward to it. And again, like you say, seeing characters that you don't usually see on the stream as well. We've got Lily's in here, there's a Kim in here, Aki being played, unless you're a big fan of Broski. You're not really seeing them being played competitively as well. So just being able to get a full mix of the roster. This is just, it's going to be an absolute treat, I think.
Absolutely.
And as we do get into it, looking at the actual matchups themselves, though, are you looking at any characters that you think are going to have a big advantage coming into these ones? Anything that someone's going to have to overturn? Any mismatches coming into the matches that we've got in that card so far?
I mean, nothing that sticks out as being like really overwhelming, and I think none of us are like professional level, so it's not as bad. Nobody's playing 100% optimal. I am really curious to see. We're gonna have Sangre and Starbreak play later. It's gonna be a Kim versus a modern Lily. I'm really interested to see how a fast, aggressive character like Kim does against something a little more simple with super fast reactions like a modern Lily.
Yeah, and That's one of the things that I've been told, again, looking at the game, trying to learn the game, and specifically asking about the Kim matchup, that a lot of the stuff that I was told, the Kim pressure that they can put on is, and I say this quote unquote, the Kim pressure is fake. If you can react to that one, if you can get those moves out, if you can stop the dives in, stop the running moves in as well, which is maybe something that Modern might have a little bit of a better time with. I'm not calling out anything for being a Modern player. I'm just saying that you might have those fast reactions coming in. Do you think that's something that Starbreak might have to overcome in this initial matchup between him and the Modern Lily?
Yeah, I think so. I'm not sure how great everyone's going to be at understanding fake pressure and going against it. I think we're going to have a lot of instances to see, like our Condi versus Hunber matchup is an Aki versus Cammy. Aki has plenty of frame traps and fake pressure. Cammy's a much more honest character, so we'll have to see about that sort of thing. Honda, especially, we're gonna have a Honda versus JP matchup. Honda is like the number one knowledge check character. Like everything he does is fake and annoying, and if you can counter that, he suddenly becomes garbage, right?
From what I've heard, everything that the Honda does is just headbutts and butt slams.
Yeah, that's kind of like the initial hurdle. Is like if you can get over that, he's not so bad. But if you can't deal with those things, you're just gonna get lit up.
Okay. Well, we'll see how it is going to be able to play out here. And again, looking towards the main event as well, we're going to be seeing yet another mark on the Marissa, a character that is near and dear to my heart. I'm going through the ranks with the Marissa at the minute, and I'm looking forward to, maybe picking up some tips and just maybe not even casting. I'm just going to crack out the notepad and write down what's been going on, what's actually going to be happening in the match. But yeah, being able to see yet another mark come up against a Rashid that. Potentially for me, it's a matchup with a lot of mix-ups. There's a lot of pressure coming out from the Rashid, hard to close the character down. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that one on the main event as well, just seeing how that one's going to play out, because I'm looking to take the tech and the skills into my pub matches, getting into it from, well, hell, I'll probably queue up as soon as we're done in the casting here.
Yeah, I love that master matchup in terms of characters. Like to me, and this is part of why I talk about variety. I love seeing the different tools and the way that they go up against each other. Rashid and Marisa are actually relatively, I don't want to say opposite, but they're very different, right? Rashid with these tiny little buttons, right? His tiny little stubby normals, a variety of lots of things. He's got a good fireball. He can jump around like an idiot. And then Marisa, who just she's just got lots of big buttons and she takes up half the screen, right? And does so much damage. So I'm curious to see how those two things go up against each other.
Yeah, and being able to get, if you can get the Rashid in the corner, just the absolute burnout, the pressure that Marissa is going to be able to put on, I'm interested to see how Rashid's going to answer back, and just being what I consider a very fast character in the Rashid, how he's going to be able to kind of answer back, because Marissa, big buttons, but fairly slow in some of the things that she can do. So, if you can get in and around there, maybe trying to apply some pressure in terms of throwing out the fireballs, keep that distance going and then get a jump in for quick hits. I'm really looking forward to seeing how Daniel's going to try and cancel into, and try and deal with this Marissa.
Yeah, honestly, I would almost think of it the other way around. Like Rashid actually has a decent EX reversal. Marisa not so much. So I think she's the one that's going to suffer more in the corner. But regardless, the corner is super dangerous in this game for anybody that winds up in it. So it's always going to be part of the strategy.
And it is going to be, so, being able to take a look at how this is going to break down as well. I think we're going to be able to jump to the screen soon to see how the lineup actually goes. But for anyone that doesn't know how this is going to play out, it is a Survivor Series. So you win your series, your first of 3, you move to the back of the queue. If you don't survive your series, you are straight up out of there. And do you think that's going to add any extra pressure to the players coming into? Because you want to be racking up as many players as possible for your team, to take it into the potentially full 7 matches. Is that going to be a little bit of extra pressure on the shoulders?
I think it depends on the player. Like some people are going to be like, well, I can fall back on my teammates, and those are the ones that aren't your killers. And the ones who really feel the pressure and want to be the ones to get the wins, they're going to be the ones who do feel the pressure.
Okay. Well, we'll see how everyone's going to match up into this one. I think looking at it again, I can't pick any favorites. I'm looking at, and everyone, like you say, is going to be around that master level, so they're going to bring their A game to this. I'm just looking forward to seeing some great Street Fighter.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And I think you mentioned this earlier, or Soup did, but this is one of the first events where we just had everybody at master level. So, we're going to have a lot of high level skill and a lot of, probably going to see a lot of beatdowns in the corner here.
Yeah, and we still have the Tale of Tape to go through. So why don't we play the player videos and then we can get right into the Tale of Tape.
What's
Hola, my name is Sangre, and I'm ready to throw down and urge to fight 6.
I main Lily, who of course is the best in my opinion. One of my favorite things about FightRise are the round robins and all the fun events they plan out. Let's go.
My name is Starbreak, and I'm looking to burst on the scene in Urge to Fight 6. In Street Fighter 6, my main is Kimberly. Of course, I'm looking forward to Akuma, and then the first balance patch for Season 2, because that is long overdue. I am looking to attend events up in London, such as Fight Lab, when it stays on, and eventually I'll be attending Versus Fighting later this year.
Yeah, so that's going to be our players in the first match, and just interesting that already we're hearing talk about Season 2 coming up for Street Fighter. You know, everybody's itching for that.
Yeah,
So-
I mean, absolutely. I mean, we're itching just to get Season 1 completed. Akuma is still not out.
Yeah, true. Is everybody waiting for Akuma? Is that what because I've heard some less than flattering things. When Akuma's going to be coming out, that's all I'm going to be seeing as far as the eye can see when I get into the matchmaking.
It's fine. Could be a good practice then, right?
Yeah.
So talking to the tail of tape here, we got we're talking about the Lily versus Kimberly matchup. We kind of talked about that a little bit already. Looking at these guys mix up when it comes to how much they've played, we've got a lot of ranked play here, especially out of Sangre, which is not surprising because I've seen him in events a lot, and I've been beaten pretty bad by him as well. So I don't know. What do you think about how these guys have spent their time so far?
I think, like you said, coming through in that ranked, you are going to be able to get that quote-unquote real-world experience in there, just being able to play it out. But the custom matches as well, you can't underestimate them. Just being able to maybe even get some practice in your real-world scenarios, but practice coming through, trying to play it down and trying to figure things out in a slower pace. And when the pressure isn't on, you're not risking that MR coming through. And looking at the rank win percentage against the characters, obviously it looks like Sangre has a little bit of an advantage coming through, but not a massive one. And Starbreak just a little bit low on that matchup, but we'll see if he's going to be able to get on that 47% tonight and be able to pull one back, because I think it's going to be again two characters that you don't see all that often. So I'm really interested to see how these two are going to match up.
Yeah, it should be great.
And
All right, I think we've gone over the format already. I think we can go right into this match, right?
I'm looking forward to it. So, looking at this one, Starbreak going to be coming through from the UK. We've got Sangre coming through from the US. This is going to be our first match, and yeah, getting straight into it. I'm looking forward to seeing how this one's going to play. I'm looking forward to seeing how the players are going to be able to approach this one. Spectre, is there anything we should be looking out for from these two players? Any little tricks or tips that you think we might see in this match?
Yeah, so I think the two big things, or maybe just one big thing that all goes together is, like, I think Sangre's defense is actually going to be important here because he gets the benefit of those modern reactions, right? So anti-airs, supers as a punish. That's really tough for non-modern players to do. And again, Kim has plenty of fake pressure, and if that comes out, we're going to see knowledge checks, and Sangre is going to have to show us, if he knows what to do about those things.
Yeah, and hopefully, that's something that Sangre is maybe be able to work on. But again, on the other side, we'll see how Starbreak is going to approach this one if he's got some great comments. And we're going to be able to get ourselves right into this action coming through onto the loading screen. So getting into round one, we'll see how they're going to try and approach this one. It's going to be straight up dive in and grab from Sangre. A lot of damage right off the bat to Starbreak. Starbreak, how's he going to try and get himself back in? Drive rush coming out from Lily and just keeping Starbreak in this corner. But Sangre straight up burn out. How much is that going to impact Sangre here coming into this match and being burnt out in the first 20 seconds?
I don't know if it hurts Lily all that much. I mean, she's already got bad defense, so it just makes it worse. But I mean, Sangre is having great reactions here. I love the aggression out of both of them already so far.
Yeah, going to be coming straight into that super now as well. And Sangre putting the pressure onto Starbreak. Starbreak being forced back once again, corner to corner. It seems like he's going to be thrown out. Is that enough? It is. Gets the KO here, and Sangre going to be one up in this first match.
Yeah, that burnout didn't seem like it wound up hurting at all.
No, jump in. It's going to be the parry coming out here from Kimberly. It's a lot of pressure now as well. Let's see what Sangre is going to be able to do into this one. The drive rush, again, damage. Yeah. He is not shy about using that drive rush bar.
So we were speaking of knowledge checks. There's actually one with Lily that I'm seeing so far, where Lily can do some some of her heavy punches right into her windstock move. I forget the name of it, but you can actually DI that, and there usually becomes a mini game where you have to guess if she's going to follow through or if she's just baiting you to DI. I have not seen Starbreak DI it yet, so we'll have to see if that changes.
Okay, well, yeah, like you say, we'll keep an eye on that in the match, see how it's going to go. A lot
like
of
right
damage
there.
coming through.
Yeah.
Yeah. And again, but look at the pressure. I mean, this is so low for Kimberly. And Sangre's got half of his health bar left. That is the CA, so we'll see if he's able to commit into this one with the burnout onto the Lily. Pressure's going to come in. That's going to be a really nice DI in the corner. Setting up for this now as well. The damage isn't going to be able to here to set up for the kill. On to... Not just yet. Going into the level 3. Should be able to... Will be able to take us through into the 3 in this match.
Yeah, and that's nice because not only does he confirm the kill there, but he gets his buff. The downside is that now he's going to have no level 3, and Lily is fully ready to go level 3.
Is that a good trade-off, though? You'll be able to come into the final round at the very beginning of that with the buff up for Kimberly?
I think it leaves you at a disadvantage, but it's still worth doing, right? Making sure you get the kill and you actually have the 3rd round to play is worth spending it.
It's going to be another toss coming through from Sangre once again. He's looking to take this one. Not been touched too much just yet. Comes in. Great damage coming through now. Into the super once again. Just spinning Kimberly around, right round. And then into another throw. It's going to be able to kill. It's going to be a perfect KO. Sangre closing it out in style here for the first game.
Yeah, you know, Sangre, one of the things he said when we asked him his notes about this match, he said he was going to play neutral. He seems like he's just being straight aggro here.
Well, that's how I'm told the neutral's played in Street Fighter 6. There's going to be another drive rush coming through into the toss.
Yeah, in Street Fighter 6, if you're not moving forward, you're not doing anything.
Oh, Starbreak, he is just being... It's grabs on grabs here. And Sangre, yeah, you can see once again, he's going to be taking a little bit of damage coming through now. Again, good DI in the corner, setting up with that burnout. Where's that damage going to come from Kimberly, though? Is it going to be a full setup into a conversion? Looks like going to have a great juggle into another DI. So the reset comes through here. Kimberly just doing so much damage off that burnout here. But how Sangre going to be able to respond to this one? Starbreak is going to be careful again. Getting low on life, but comes into the super. And it looks like it's going to be enough, again, just to build some bar back. Burn out some of Lily's bar and just send it through into the rest of the rounds.
Yeah, you saw Kim use her level 1 as a reversal there. Both these characters do not have invincible reversals that come out of their moves. They have to use supers for that.
Yeah, R.I.P. Beta Kimberly as he gets a really good DI. Again, second time he's going to be able to get the stun confirm off and does get the kill in the corner. So, stuck it in once again. Going to be able to counter that one out now as well. Sangre, what's he going to be able to do with his jumps in? He's going to be able to get another counter onto Starbreak. Starbreak, though, with the pushback. Damage coming through. With good blocking coming out for Kim with a neutral jump again. Second grab comes out. Second time in this game so far. But really good dive kick coming in from Kim. Popping over the top. Was the damage hold going to come from those Sangre?
Sangre has been actually whiffing on all these anti-airs, but not getting punished for it.
And... nice grab coming through here from Starbreak. Going to try and drive rush in once again. Does the damage. Gets that corner control once again. Up the dive out, breaking out here from Sangre. Just trying to do a lot and might be able to. There's only whiff. Does he get it? Does he actually connect onto it? He does. He gets it. That's going to be a full CA. Is it going to be enough to kill off? I don't think so. But it's going to be really close. Oh no, dudes! He needed a tap. He needed a fraction of damage, and the response there from Sangre just closes out round number 2.
Yeah, if Starbreak loses this, you got to remember that moment. He was one hit from taking the whole round, the whole match, that is.
Yeah, and that would have been a really nice one to even it up here. And you see Sangre just going to be juggled just a little bit, forced into this corner. Really nice control coming out from Starbreak. And again, just being able to convert that damage here. So Sangre going to be down to about half of his health bar. What's he going to be able to do? He misses the DI grab in. DI grab in, excuse me.
Yeah, he missed his cancel there.
And Starbreak walks himself back into the corner. Control comes out. Does he get the grab? He does. It's going to be enough, surely, just to be able to port it back into the middle of the map. And the damage, again, just needs a tap. Just a little bit of damage. He gets it off.
I think that's a great example of us seeing them actually adjusting to each other. I think as Starbreak has noticed, there's been a lot of missed DPs, and he just baited one out right there.
So we're going to be going through 1-1. What have we seen so far? 4 burnouts coming out from Sangre here. It's 22 seconds in the corner as well. So he spent a little bit of time in there. Maybe just needs to be a little bit aware. He is being taken advantage of when he does burn himself out. And now back in the corner. Great DI coming out from the Kim. And again, just going to be able to juggle him just a little bit there as well. Really good coming through. Even dropping the paint can here. He's going to be able to get the blow off. He does. Punish counter comes out. But can he capitalize on it now? Kim burnt out. What's Sangre going to be able to do back into this one? forward again. Just some light jabs confirming here from Starbreak. Getting the throw out here as well. Perfect parry here, Sangre. Oh, can he turn this one around? Damage coming through onto Starbreak. He's going to be forced back into this corner. It doesn't connect. Oh, damn. This is going to be a big punish. It looks like Starbreak still not back on that drive rush bar. Will be able to get it back, though, with the super coming through. And he will get the KO. So, point to Starbreak. Is he coming in? This could be the drive rush coming in now as well.
Yeah, and there's an example of what I was talking about. That was a bit of a fake there.
Second time now as well. Kim's going to be able to back up and capitalize off that misgrab coming through.
Yeah.
Parry going to be used by Sangre. And again, driver coming in is going to be close to that burnout once again. Maybe just needs to be a little bit aware of that. Stacking that up now as well. Damage coming through onto Starbreak.
Yeah, we might be seeing some nerves on Starbreak here. We've seen a couple drops now. He dropped on that DI earlier. And he had a confirmed drive rush low a second ago. He did not confirm a duo combo as well.
And even it up, but still has charge on the special bar. We'll see how Starbreak's going to be able to play this one. Drivers comes in. I think he knew that one was coming here. Really good low dive coming through here from Starbreak and doing again just some early pressure onto Sangre, but we've seen Sangre answer back. So just playing a little bit of distance once again. Dive comes in. Great DI comes out from Sangre though.
Speaking of knowledge checks, he knows not to be scared of that teleport.
Yeah. As soon as you see the smoke, like I said, just throw out that DI, right?
Yeah. I mean, you can react something like that with just a jab, but he went for the high reward there.
Going to be able to get the spin off again. Super going to be spent here, but Sangre, he's got that CA. Starbreak has a CA, so Sangre going to be careful. Doesn't matter. Gets the confirm on the round and the match.
Yeah, I love Sangre's Lily. It's tough to find a Lily that's fun to watch. I'm having a lot of fun watching this.
I think he's going to be able to get the grab right out of this one now as well. That's going to be a big chunk of health coming out Starbreak right off the match. And damage, she's going to try and do it again. Really nice jump in from Sangre. Gets that grab, takes Starbreak down to about a quarter of his health. DI, he gets the impact from that. Will be able to. It takes minimal damage here, Sangre. So looking at this, this is all pressure on Starbreak now. How does he respond to this?
It's tough. I mean, this is one of Kim's weaknesses, right? She's not great on defense.
The instant again. As the dive comes in from Starbreak, but he's going to be forced right back into this corner. The damage coming out from Sangre. Just trying to keep him there, keep that pressure on. Burnout as much of that drive bar coming up from Starbreak as possible. Will go into Burnout himself. Both characters trading out into this one. Dive coming through from Kim. Some really good pressure coming through here.
Yeah, and some of these reactions from Sangre aren't even modern related. They're still really good. These techs, some of these anti-air stuff like that.
It's getting low. He's going to be so careful now, Kim. It's going to be one more, and it's elimination for him. So he's back with that drive rush bar, but is this going to be the kill? No! It's a really nice crush drive off. Still going to be taken away. Sangre will be able to pick up the win.
Yeah, finishes off with that great poke. Her standing medium punch, Lily's poke. It's just fantastic.
And that does mean that's going to be the confirmation coming through here that we see Starbreak unfortunately going out. 3-1 Sangre, congratulations to him. And looking at these stats, is there anything that, again, Sangre wasn't shy about putting himself in burnout. It did seem to pay off for him.
Yeah, you look at the time cornered. I don't know if that was too big of a deal. They both did about the same, but I think Sangre just was a lot more crisp, clean play. He, going to burnout is only a problem if it actually gets you killed, which it didn't. Starbreak had a few drops. It was really tough for him to get that momentum.
Yeah, and that big DI counter coming out there as well from Sangre, that just being able to turn that momentum around onto Starbreak, and the pressure coming through here from Sangre, it just felt like he had an answer. Maybe it didn't pay off from time to time, but it felt like he had an answer every time Starbreak tried to get in on him, and was just able to answer back, and he will be able to take this one 3-1.
Yeah, very entertaining start. It was great. I changed my mind about variety. I'd actually like to see Lily in every match now if we can do that.
I don't know if the players are going to be up for that one. You can ask them, but I don't think we're going to see anyone swapping off.
Oh, well.
So maybe you can explain again the format, because we're looking at the team scoreboard again.
Yeah, so Sangre picks up that win on 3. It does mean Star breaks out. Sangre goes to the back of the queue. He's going to be in that 5th slot if there is going to be any more fights to come through. If the European side do win one, it means they'll go to the 5th slot, and we'll see Sangre face up the next winner of the European side. If not, it just means that Sangre is there as a backup anyway. So it does mean, yeah, Sangre moves to the back of the queue, and it's going to be Humbra versus Candy next. And the winner of that, if Humbra wins, he'll be playing up against Sangre in the 5th match of the night.
Yeah, so I think we can go right into those videos.
Salut from Montreal. My name is Condi. I am looking forward to giving in my absolute best in the upcoming Urge to Fight 6. I am an Aki main, and my favorite part about the FightRise community is how active it is. There's a lot of events going on. I'm looking forward to obviously more Aki buffs, but also more fun fight characters. Can you please get Cody and Maki in there, please?
Hello, I'm Humbra, fighting for the EU in the Urge to Fight 6. My main is Kami White, and I'm looking forward to dishing out some anti-airs in Street Fighter 6. This game is good, and I hope it stays like that. I have been enjoying the round-robin format of FightRise and sweat matches that comes with it. And yes, I want to compete in the future in an European tournament. Cheers!
So, I heard that Kami wants to get some anti-airs in. I don't know. Do you get many anti-airs off against an Aki? I don't see many Akis doing the dive-ins.
It's one of those things where if they try it, you got to prove they can't jump, and then it should be a non-factor at that point.
And looking at the tail of the tape, we can see we've got 100% win rate against Aki here coming out for Kami, and surely that's going to be. There can't be a massive sample size there.
That was one fight. I just.
Well, he's got it on the board, so he knows what he's doing. It looks like on the other side, we see Condi. He's got himself that 67% win rate. So 2 out of 3 ain't bad. And I think there was a famous guy, who was Meatloaf, that said that one, the famous quote here. So yeah, and Meatloaf can't be wrong.
Well, the thing I'm interested to see is Condi has a ton of time played here, and Hunbra not so much. So I don't know if that's because it's a different account or if this is just a little bit player.
It's his PC account. It's a fresh account.
Okay. Okay. Well, yeah, looking at the difference as well. I'm looking forward to seeing how Kami's doing. And something that interests me, I did start playing Street Fighter 6 on pad, and everyone was like, "Oh, you've got to use the D-pad. You've got to use the D-pad." I was using the analog stick. That's I guess confession from me. But it's always interesting when players are using the pad, because for me, I couldn't get my head around the D-pad. I just couldn't do it. I ended up buying myself I got the same as Condi coming through. I've got the Mayflash there as well.
Yeah, I mean, these days I feel like it's whatever works for you. And if you watch, you should go look up some videos later of like Mena and some of these other pad players and watch their hands. Like insane. The thing, like I can't even tell what they're doing with their hands. It's absurd.
It's absolutely. I mean, I respect someone throwing that out as well. I mean, I go back to the classics again, even though I didn't grow up on the street, on the fighting games themselves, did grow up in arcades anyway. So that's just the stick feels a lot more natural to me. But yeah, players on pads, it's always just super impressive when they're coming through, and just being able to make that work. Because for the life of me, I cannot get my head around it. And maybe that's just because I'm an old man now. Though I hear, see, that's the thing. I say I'm an old man. In like Dota, everyone's like, yeah, you are pretty old. But I'm looking at the ages coming through in Street Fighting. I'm seeing people at my age, older than me, still competing, going for it. Making these big runs in the events. So, yeah, God, it's respect out there for the people that are doing it. Again, I say my age. I'm only 33, but still, that seems to be ancient in esports.
Yeah, well, I mean, when did Street Fighter 2 come out? Right, that's when things really got competitive, and it's been I don't even know how long, 90, 92 or something like that. So. All of us stuck with it since then, and now we're old. We're making our kids do it.
Yeah, forcing them through the drills. Is there anything else? Looking at it, we see the tail of the tape. So just obviously fresh account coming up from Humbra, but on Condi's side, 70 hours and 40 minutes in the rank, but a lot of time in those customs and practice there as well.
Yeah, I think it's a good balance. I personally spend a lot of time in practice mode. I do my ranked from there. You can kind of tell who does that versus Battle Hub based on these types of stats here. And in terms of the matchup, I think this is actually has some similarities to what we just watched, with Aki being that kind of mix-up knowledge check character with not great defense, and Kami being that slightly more simple character. I'm assuming that we're going to see the Kami be more aggressive.
Yeah, and I think the fighters are itching to start. I think we should get the match started.
Yeah, hopefully we'll be able to get ourselves straight into it. And again, anything we should be looking at on this one, because I'm again watching the players, watching the pro players. I'm getting interested in these tier lists. You know, I'm hearing Cammy maybe like top 3, top 5, and Aki solidly bottom 1. So you know, coming into this matchup, is there anything we should be looking out for from either player trying to get the advantage coming into this one?
Yeah, again, I mean, like these are master players. They're quite good, but
Yeah.
I think tier lists are really about pros. I don't know that either of these are going to get that much of an advantage from their character. It's going to be more about how they play, right? That being said, Cammy probably does have a little advantage here. You know, if she can apply a lot of pressure, then Aki's going to have trouble dealing with it.
Okay. Well, we'll be able to get ourselves into the fight and see how this one is going to break down. And again, looking forward to seeing. I'm just a big fan of Street Fighter. Not been a long time fan, but yeah, I'm hooked up. You know, I'm absolutely on the bandwagon now. So we'll see how this one is going to play out coming up between. The damage now stacking up straight into it from Humbra. He wants to get himself and Aki going to be able to respond back onto this one. It definitely isn't a CPU level 4 the way this one is playing out. And yeah, Humbra going to be poisoned up coming into this one. Great answer back though. Let's see what Aki's going to be able to do in response.
Yeah, you get to see how privileged Cammy is here. Just the first character we've seen with an EX reversal. It's not a super.
One out coming through from Humbra though. He is going to commit a lot of damage onto it. Really nice grab coming through into the throw. And just needs a little bit more damage coming through onto Aki. Aki's going to be able to get himself out. No, can't get out of the corner here. So Cammy gets one on the board. And yeah, the fireball coming through from Aki. Yeah, it's one of the slowest. I know people have been asking to take the drive rush off when there's a fireball on the board, but hell, that feels like it's needed in Aki's kit. So see if that's going to be coming into play here in this match. But so far, Humbra got him in the corner here. Connie, how's he be able to respond to this one? Taking a lot of damage. Maybe that's going to dive out. Really good forward jump, but still going to be taking pressure and damage after that one. Humbra gets himself his first perfect KO of the night.
Yeah, and I think this is playing out kind of how you might think with this character matchup. Cammy's got to be aggressive, and he's, Humbra's being pretty patient, like relatively patient, but still pushing forward.
So, Humbra with the win on the board. We're going to see some damage coming out now from Aki, just trying to get that drive rush in, trying to stack it up here as well. Backing off, some good spacing coming out here. We'll be able to get, never mind, because Humbra's going to be able to answer right back.
Oh, that was punishable.
Yeah, really good DI for the corner pressure now as well. Spiral arrows coming out here from Cammy. Won't be able to get the grab. Good jump over. Will still take the punch from it. And we should see that Aki just trying to play the spacing game once again. Trying to maybe get some puddles out. No, goes for that dive in. We'll be able to now punish Humbra. And again, get that poison off. So, how's Cammy going to be able to respond to this one? He's going to be able to come in with spiral arrows. Just force him across the map. Right back into corner-to-corner play coming out here from Humbra. You see now Aki, his turn to get some pressure on. Won't be able to get the grab though. So, both players just going to take some time apart. Poison comes in. Going to be able to jump over the fireball, though. It looks like Cammy going to be able to get into kill range here. He'll be able to confirm. Maybe a grab to come out to finish it off. Just backs himself up a little bit. Dive. No punish there on the DP coming out from Cammy. So close.
I'm not even sure I understand what happened with that DI before. It looked like somehow the DI completely whiffed.
Yeah. Yeah, it does seem to. And now, again, when a carry comes out, with good DI again. Some corner pressure coming through onto him, but he's going to spend some of that super gauge, and this is going to push Humbra a little bit back. But how's he going to be able to take advantage of this one on the Aki? What are you going to be able to see after this fireball comes through?
Well, I mean, we saw the drive rush, right? That's the classic, like you said, right? Fireball, then drive rush.
And jumping over, but Humbra just got some great blocking. Not going to be able to block onto that one. They're going to be pushed back once again.
One of the things we heard from Condi when he gave us some feedback too was how anti-airing is difficult for him. Because Aki has a lot of very narrow ideas, but it seemed really good. He's blocked jump-ins like 4 different times now.
Yeah, and that's going to be a big commitment coming out from Humbra there. Full special bar being used, and we'll see if there's going to be any follow-up coming out. Nope. It is going to be another one on the board here for Humbra.
A lot of aggressive Oki here. I think we've seen a bunch of reversals and they've all landed. Nobody's blocked it yet. So hopefully they learn from that and we start seeing some blocked reversals.
Yeah, and this is going to be last chance saloon coming out here for Aki now. Just going to try and start off the match with a little bit of pressure being applied, but yeah, the weight of the world here, like you said, could be on Aki's shoulders, and Cammy, maybe you're going to be a little bit more relaxed coming into this third match. See, dive comes in. Going to be a really nice answer to that in the air with the kick coming out here, Umbra. See, again, just pushing Candy back into the corner, but there is going to be the dive through the legs.
I like what we're seeing too out of Humbra, like switching up his playstyle. Like he was being kind of passive there, and then switching back into being aggressive. It's kind of the type of stuff you see out of pro players.
Very nice command grab coming out here as well from Aki, just applying the pressure onto Humbra. So seeing Humbra taking a lot of health damage, but very nice throw. You're going to get any more out of this one. Special comes out. It's actually going to connect as well. So
every unsafe reversal is landing here. I love it.
And yeah, I mean, you can see that he's not got a lot left in, but he's still fighting here. He's going to be able to come. Really nice diving though, comes in from the Kami, picks up that KO. It looks like he's going to go on the unbeaten spree.
I love how he's picking his spots here. Humbra's doing a great job.
This is do or die time now for the Aki. Are we going to get the full reverse sweep? It is a big ask, and we'll see what he's going to be able to do here on Combi. Again, just being forced into the pressure. Does get that TI counter though. So what's he going to be able to pull from this one? What's that combo going to be? Going to be able to get a lot of damage. Poison going to be connected there as well. Throw for the finish. Does he go for any more? Drive rush. He'll be carried off though by the Kami.
Oh.
Burnout from Humbra. Really
I do not know why he threw them the other direction. He had him burned out with the level 3 ready to push him the other way.
Yeah, you see, I mean, he's going to try and get this fight. He doesn't need to get him in that corner because he's going to be able to throw him right into the other corner. He was just carried across the map.
That was a fantastic usage of knowing how to use your character against a burned out character.
And you see here that, just being able to go Wizards from like mid-screen right into the corner.
Yeah.
But Humbra, he wants to take that damage lead right off the bat here, spending that super meter.
Yeah, I don't know if I would have done that. Like, that super is such a threat, especially against projectiles, that now he doesn't have it.
And yeah, we're going to see the level 3 here for Combi if he's going to be able to get it off. Fireball's coming across, but the Aki just going to be parried out, and Humbra's not going to be too worried about that. Does get the throw out onto Aki. Aki, how's he going to be able to respond? Just corners himself here, needs to be a little bit careful. Yeah,
both these guys are punishing the jump in pretty well. Beautiful.
Another perfect KO to end it, and that's exactly what Humbra wanted to close out the match.
Yeah, that looks brutal. Like, it's really tough for Aki to deal with someone who rushes down, and is really patient about it that well.
Yeah. And Humbra, we're going to be able to see the full stats on the board, but yeah, going to be able to take this one 3-0. So that was a really nice cleanup there from Humbra. Again, nothing to take away here from the other side, because that was just it was a great show in some respects, but it just felt like Humbra, he had a game plan, he stuck to it, and like you say, he was throwing out those mix-ups as the matches started off, and it really paid off for him there.
Yeah, and we continue this pattern of the player that's burning themselves out more actually winning, which isn't something I would normally expect, but it's working that way. You can see that Condi spent a lot of time in the corner, and that's really, really tough for Aki. She has a tough time dealing with that.
Yeah, so any final thoughts on this match there as well? I know Humbra took it 3-0, but there was some good points as well from Aki. Just felt like just took a little bit. I mean, we saw in that final match where the game plan start to come together, but it took a couple of games to get there.
Yeah, I mean, I thought Condi did an awesome job taking advantage of burnout a few times and, anti-airing, but unfortunately just wasn't enough.
Yeah, so that is going to be the second match on the board. I think we're going to be able to take a look at the scoreboard again, just to see how this one breaks down and see who will be moving on to potentially next round of matches and who is going to be just killed off here.
Yeah,
and
we're going to go to a 5-minute break to give the teams time to discuss. We've got a great mini game of Guess the Character by the music and stage select screen coming up here. This is from the minds of Tidal Wave and Mechanical Grape. I said it would be too hard, but prove me wrong, chat. Just shout out the answer in chat as soon as you know it. Also, after that game, look out for the hidden FightRise logos in the break images. I still haven't found all of them. Image Omega did such a great job hiding them in those images, so call them out when you see them. We'd love to see if anyone notices them. Tonight's intermission music was provided by Zadi, a member of the FightRise family. He's a Marvel movie special effects wizard, working as a professional. He's starting a fun new path producing music of all genres, and it's also his birthday. So go find him on Spotify or your favorite music platform. That's Zadi, ZAH-D. A lot of great tracks there. I want to thank him for providing his talents to this. Anyways, enjoy the break. We'll see you guys in 5 minutes.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You win. Perfect.
My name is Mouse, and I'm ready to throw down in Urge to Fight 6. My main is E Honda. My favorite part about FightRise are the one fight stand, and I'm looking forward to represent ending in this competition. Let's go!
Greetings, demons. My name is Maximo Picante or Maximum Spicy, and I'm ready to throw down in Urge to Fight 6. My main is DJ, but for this event I'm using JP. My favorite part of FightRise has been running the EU side of things, been super fun leveling up with you guys, and those of you in North America as well. Get ready, cause let's heat it up, man!
Yeah, we've got another great matchup coming up here now as well. Going to be the super honest Honda coming up against the equally honest JP, so I'm told. And take a look at the tail of the tape. We can see here, Spectre, on the board that Maximo Picante, he has some good experience here up against Honda players, it looks like.
Yeah, and I'm especially offended that that intro video showed him beating up a Blanca. I don't like that at all. I think of all, we talked to all the competitors before they played, and I think the most interesting stuff actually came out of Maximo Picante. He told us he's playing one of the best characters in the game, and he is literally God. Not the character, Maxim is God. He also told us he's going to be stripping off his clothes and going fully naked if he's losing. So, interesting fella. We'll have to see if those strategies work for him. He's going to need to have some good strategies to deal with Honda.
Maybe one of those times that we're kind of a little better off if we don't have the player cams, showing, like you say, if that is going to be a strat.
I don't know. I don't know how he looks. Maybe we want to see it. I'm not sure.
Yeah, maybe that's going to be another draw to the show. Maybe that's something we need to put behind. Do we have a Patreon and OnlyFans, something like that? The views.
We'll work on it. It's a great idea. OnlyFans coming.
But yeah, on the other side, we see that Mouse coming up against the JP as that Honda. So a lot of time in ranked here, over 150 hours. He looks like he's put in the grind playing on the Xbox One pad here as well. And if you're playing this matchup, because it is a hard time to get into this JP, how does the Honda have to approach the match, to try and close that gap?
So I mean, Honda usually comes down to trying his difficult to deal with tools, and once they solve it, you have to play much more honest, and he has a lot more trouble. Mm-hmm. So I'm sure we're going to see headbutts and we're going to see butt slams until they stop working, right? And judging by that ranked win percentage, it may stop working quickly. We're going to have to see what happens.
Yeah, he might have to try and get an alternate path into the face of the JP, see how he's going to be able to try and play around this one. I'm looking at both characters. I think when I started off, I kind of hated JP a little more because it's kind of like, what do I even do against this character? Didn't know how to work my way in. Wasn't able to try and take those wins. But now it's kind of flipped around. You get that JP into the corner again as a Marissa, and I kind of just get to go to town on him. Whereas the Honda, it's like, just please stay on the ground. Let me punch you, dude.
Yeah, for certain. That's exactly how you would experience it. And you know, and these win percentages might have been before some balance changes too. Like JP's had some minor nerfs, especially to his anti-airs. And something to keep in mind here: people forget who has air throws. JP has an air throw, and air throws are somewhat useful against the butt slam. I'm curious if we'll see that.
Yeah, just another tool that Maximo Picante is going to be able to get in here and maybe get that mental stack up against Mouse. You know, just be able to take him more if Mouse maybe looks to mix him up, get those knowledge tests in and see if Maximo Picante can keep up with that one, if he can keep himself going, if he's aware of all the tools he's going to be able to use. And again, I think we're going to be able to get into it pretty soon. So looking at this one, are you predicting a winner for either side? Do you have a favorite coming into this third match?
So I have played Mouse and had my butt beaten several times. So he's certainly competent. But yeah, I think it's going to come down to can Maxim deal with you know, those Honda tools like the headbutt and the butt slam. If he can, it's going to be an uphill battle for Honda.
Okay, well, we'll see how this one is going to go. I think we're going to get ready to get ourselves into this third match, and it is a 1-for-1 so far on the Team US and Team EU. So we're looking to try and break this one down a little bit here. You try and get, or we're definitely going to get an advantage here coming through into the third match. So see how this fight is going to break out. Going to be some jumps in. The headbutts coming out already from Honda, and Mouse just trying to close that gap, keep him here, and JP's in the corner already. So pressure being applied. He's going to get a little of burn on the drive bar now as well, but Honda has to back himself away. Good TP in from JP. Just get behind here. Great butt slam though. Pressure being applied. Jump back coming out from JP. And again, just going to apply it here to Mouse. And Mouse is going to be cornering himself. So now the knowledge check comes in. It looks like, how does he get himself out of this maze of harassment from the JP? Headbutt.
Maze of harassment sounds like a great way to describe JP. I love it.
And you can see the driver comes in here, so there's going to be a little bit of rushdown coming out, but Slam's going to be parried off. Not perfect parry, but just a good parry coming out from Maximo. And yeah, applying this pressure again. Mouse is going to try and get himself in. It's still about a third of a health bar, or just over a third of a health bar here. And
yes,
harassment.
Something to keep in mind here too is like if you're haven't played a character a lot, you might not know how much drive they pull off with certain moves. A blocked headbutt is actually quite effective. Right? It takes like a full bar of drive off. So if he's blocking those instead of parrying them, like Honda's still getting ahead.
Yeah. And that's somewhere I don't think Picante wants to be in that burnout. And you see there that Mouse took full advantage of it once he was. I mean, both characters burnt out, but Mouse he was able to close out that match. The first one on the board for him. Headbutt going to be cancelled off there, though. It's going to be interrupted. Back into the corner with you, Honda. Into the jump in. JP gets it. This is just absolutely rough, man. Going to be taking him down here because you have enough advantage out. Perfect parry on the headbutt, and this should be again. He's going to be able to close it out. Maximo Picante just forces him back into the corner. The DI here for the splat, and he will close it out 1-1 so far in game number 1.
The scaling on perfect parries, I think it's like a full 50%. It's very high, so it's tough to get the kill a lot of times after that, but it's still your best move, right? If he can perfect parry a headbutt, he can push him halfway across the screen and reset range.
And yeah, just exactly where JP wants to keep it. I mean, both players here just want to keep you in the corner. You can see that corner carry coming out from Honda there as well. But dodge off coming out. Picante's going to be able to get that toss back into the corner here. Put a reversal onto Mouse, and Mouse, what's he going to be able to do? He is in burnout. A healthy bar here for Picante. Going to spend some of that here to get the damage out for him. How are those super bars looking here as well? We do have the level 3 on Mouse. It's going to be built up by Picante. Gets that slam in. Can he get full damage out here from this stun out? And he's going to be able to get a lot of juggle coming through here onto Mouse. But Mouse, he gets the drive bar back now. The toss comes through. And Mouse, he is slowly being whittled away. But the butt slam, he connects. He's going to be able to come in with 100 hands into a level 3. Do I even need to ask?
No, it's going to kill. It's funny. I mean, you saw incredible pressure there from Max.
It doesn't.
No, it didn't.
The butt slam, he's in burnout. He's going to be able to get the KO from it.
Man, that's what I get for being confident.
Yeah. And you never quite know as we get to look at the stats here. I'm surprised that Mouse spent so long in the corner. I thought he would have been able to keep Maximo in there. But yeah, nearly double the time though on that.
He did a great job being patient. He waited for his opportunity in the corner and turned the whole match around. It was great.
Yeah. And really good interrupt once again on the headbutt coming out from Picante. He's got, once again, the pressure being applied, gets that TP jump in for the throw into the corner here. So we'll see if Mouse is going to be able to work himself out of this one because it's looking pretty perfect from Picante. Is it going to be interrupted? Looks like not. Perfect KO on the board here for Maximo.
Yeah, Maxim really seems to know his corner combos. He's doing some real stuff in the corner there.
Yeah, maybe that was it. You know, he's lost his first round. He's lost the t-shirt. The pressure's off. The weight's off his shoulders, so he can carry himself through this game. Going to take some damage, but the crunch coming through on the throw here. Mouse going to try and keep Maximo in the corner. Just get that neutral jump off into the damage, into the pushback here. So Mouse to be forced back. Really good drive rushing coming out from Maximo. And again, just keeping Mouse at a distance. So how was Mouse going to be able to get himself in this time? He's not even going to need to because Maximo, he makes that drive rush in. Again, applying the pressure, the perfect fire in the butt slam though. He's going to be able to go through this one. Burnout on Mouse. Oh. Maximo, really good headbutt. So, jumping over here. But JP looks like he's going to be able to get off absolutely perfect with these perfect parry buttons here. Maybe not. Carried up into the air. Parry once again. What's he going to be able to do? Because Maximo is close to burnout. Going to spend that drive rush bar here to go into burnout and just do the damage. Yeah, should be able to confirm this one. Going to even it up 1-2-1.
Yeah, something I've noticed out of Maxim is he's doing the neutral drive rush into crouching medium pick a lot. You can confirm that into a full combo, and it doesn't seem like it's been blocked a single time. So I'm curious if Mouse is going to adjust and start actually blocking low and force him to start doing some overheads.
Yeah, and we haven't seen much of it. You were talking about that air grab a little bit early on for the JP. Haven't seen much of that, but he's not really needed it here as we start off the third game. So we'll see how this one's going to go. And the driver's coming through, spending that bar here. Maximo to be able to get some corner juggle once again. Gets that jump into the throw, and he's done that a couple of times here. Oh, he even dodges off the throw coming out from Mouse. Mouse dives over him, tries to get out of that corner here. Gets that headbutt back into it. What's JP going to try and do? Working himself out of this one again. Tries to apply some pressure. Gets that jump TP out through the headbutt here. And he has got some answers for Mouse so far, it feels like.
Yeah, it doesn't look like he's trying to do the air throw. That's a tough. It doesn't always work out. I think parrying is a smart idea. It's almost always going to work.
Okay, follow up coming out from Mouse. He's going to go for drive rush back in though. There was the block coming out here from Maximo. And both characters looking fairly burnt out. And there is going to be the perfect parry once again. Feels like he's been practicing that a little bit.
Yeah. I mean, that is the key to practicing this matchup, right? You got to be able to parry the butt slams and parry the headbutts.
Yeah, oh, double drive rush in. It's going to be a trade-off there as well. Now it's going to be a little bit of the burn coming out from that parry being held there by Maximo. Headbutt will connect. Drive rush comes in from the Honda here. Is he going to be able to try and force him into the corner? Or is that toss back? He's actually going to go for the overhead. And it looks like the pushback. JP now in that corner. What's he going to do? Misses the grab. Really good jump in from JP. Maximo going to be able to take advantage of this one. Has that bar if he wants to try and spend it as well. Both bars as well. A little bit left on the drive rush bar here, but turn it around on the side of Mouse. What damage can he commit here? On to JP. Goes straight into the level 3. This time, surely, he will be able to close it out with the kill.
I'm not going to try to predict this time. But one thing I did like there was you saw him check JP's drive rush into a medium kick. Even though it was a trade, he managed to get a combo out of it. And that's the thing. He's got to adjust, and that showed some good adjustment.
So you're playing this one now as well. I mean, this is going to be the third match, so this is going to be the breaker here. After the first two, what are you looking to see from both sides? You know, after they've had a bit of time to get to know each other.
Well, I mean, like we're saying, like these adjustments, like yet again here, we're seeing a confirm out of a JP drive rush into a crouching medium kick. I don't think we've seen great adjustment on that, and it's paying, right? He's paying for it right now.
And to spend that level 3, so he's going to be able to get the life bar lead.
He finally changes up to the overhead, and he finally blocks low. It was a great decision there.
Just needs that one more little tickle here to get the confirmation on the round. Maximo, how's he going to be able to get it? Gets it with a low kick.
Yeah, JP does love the tickle.
And so we're going to come in with the JP advantage into the fourth match. We're going to be 2-1 up. Unless I've lost track, I do believe coming into this fourth match now. So how does Mouse try to answer back into this matchup? Because he is going to be a little bit behind.
I'd actually love him to start headbutting more. I don't think he's been punished that badly for it. He's been perfect parried like once, and a bunch of other times he's just chipped or gone right through. So
good drive rush coming in here from Honda. He's going to be able to get that toss back now as well. Trying to maybe turn it around. Another drive rush comes out, putting JP in the corner with a headbutt. But there's going to be the drive rush coming through from JP, like you say. The low kick coming out now. Throw back in, keeps him in the corner here. And it's going to be just another throw confirm. Just trying to get a dive in. He baited it out. He's going to be able to get another throw into this one. It's oops, all loops on the throws. Is this? It is going to be enough for Mouse. Was that like 4 or 5 throws in a row?
At least 4 in a row, yeah.
Yeah.
He actually had one really good punish opportunity when he missed the amnesia, where he could have gone with something bigger, but he just threw him. Worked out, though.
Just assert your dominance there with a walk-in throw. But feels like Maximo, he's a little bit angry after that one. He's going to be able to get, again, some just zoning press coming out into the jump in. We see this is how he's trying to play to get the advantage out of the match, and it's worked so far here from Maximo. So maybe it's up to Mouse trying to adjust to this one. Level 3 is available as well from the side of Maximo if he wants to throw this one out. Maybe tries to keep it for the next round because it's not a lot to get to kill into Honda.
Honda looking really, really close to death. He's going to jump over. He's going to try and go for this one because there's a lot of health left on Maximo, though. He's going to be able to burn some out. Maximo, he's just looking for that last connection here to get it, but the parries he won't be paying off. And look at this one, he's going to be able to get down to about half.
I think he could have converted into level 3 there. I agree with you, just not to though.
And let's see, this is going to be really close to getting Maximo. He's looking to close out with a 2-win streak. You know, this could be his first 3, so he does have that full bar to use. We'll see if Mouse is going to try and spend his as well. Driver comes through, could be able to connect. Again, it's low, so he's going to be able to burn through some of his driver bar, but again, he goes into the level 3. It's going to get Mouse really darn low here.
Yeah, Mouse still has his level 3, so we'll have to see if he can return the favor here.
Do you reckon we go for that wake up level 3?
No.
Nope. But yeah, going to be back into the throws here, so we'll see if Honda's going to try and just bait out a couple more. He's going to be able to go into the jabs, but yeah, JP gets him back in the corner. DI.
Oh, it's tough.
Finishing off, really
responding to that raw DI is pretty tough.
Yeah. And that is going to close it out. I think it's going to be Maximo going through on 3. Means we're going to have 2 European players, 1 American player going through into the survival rounds, as they're called here at the end of the first 4. And yeah, this is going to put an EU on board once again. Again, look
What's going on, guys? I'm Inari, a Rashid Kin main.
Maximum 7 burnouts here. It seems like the player committing into these burnouts, they are getting the advantage from it.
Yeah, I mean, I guess we're learning so far that if you burn yourself out constantly, you win, apparently. So I guess we just need to see our competitors keep doing that.
Just go into burnout. Yeah, super easy. Yeah. Just go into burnout.
And you can see, like, Maxim didn't actually have to be that perfect about the butt slams and the headbutts. He only had 4 perfect parries. You know, that was more than enough, apparently.
And yeah, you can see that here, just the 1 uncontested DI here there as well. So yeah, we're going to be able to take a look at the scoreboard here. So I moved through onto that one. It's 2 for the European side. I'm not going to gloat, you know, I'm going to keep it classy. But yeah, it's... Well, I mean, you still got Inari, you got Sangre there as well in the survival match. I mean, hell, they might just be able to carry the American side through it.
Yeah, we'll have to see. I mean, we have 1 American winner with Sangre, 1 UK with Hunbra, and 1 German with Maxim. So, you know, we just got to get a Canadian to win here, and we'll get everybody.
Yeah, get that mix-up carrot going. Like you say, with not only the variety in the characters being played, but the regions and the countries there as well.
Yeah.
And I was looking about the notes that Inari and Cash gave us coming into this next matchup. And I think we're going to be able to talk about, you know, I think we're going to be able to take a look at the videos and be able to talk about that one a little bit later on. But they give some interesting notes here coming into this 4th matchup.
Yeah, yeah, we got it. So it's going to be a Rashid versus Luke.
Yo, what's going on, guys? I'm Inari, a Rashid Kin main.
Luke being, you know...
My favorite part about FightRise has got to be just the community is great and everybody's down to do some sets. I'm really looking forward to competing in both things like this, and I'm trying to win Combo Breaker, so let's get it.
Let me have some fun. Take left. Where you go? I'm too good.
Yeah, and just what we were talking about before we went to the videos, I saw it was Inari saying, you know, my plan is to get up there, mix it up, you'll put that mental stack onto Cash on the other side, just keep that pressure on, keep him guessing, try and mix it up, you know, just try and make him falter on the knowledge checks. And Cash replied to, he's going to try and mix me up, I'm not going to let him do
it. Yeah, I mean, that's, you know, you're not going to win a neutral match against Luke if that Luke player is at all competent, right? There's a reason Luke is the most hated upon character right now. You know, it's no longer JP or Ken, it's Luke. So, you know, I would say at this point, I mean, maybe they're all equally hated, but, you know, he's got to rush him down. He's got to apply that pressure. He's got to mix it up.
And we saw there as well that a lot of time spent in the Battle Hub coming through from Cash. So I wonder how that's going to pay off, you know, how he's going to be able to, what experiences he's going to be able to take from that one coming into it, you know, if it was enough, if he got that kind of variety, you know, played those Rashids in the Battle Hub to get himself some practice coming into this next match.
Yeah, I honestly, my personal take is that Battle Hub's a better place for practice. You get long sets, you play a lot of different people.
Well, you know what better place to do that? It's the FightRise Discord, where you're just able to ping out the Fight Me's and the Fight Me Harders. You know, you can go as long as one player wants to. You know who you're playing against as well. So anyone in chat, if you're not in the FightRise Discord, you know, there is an address being posted every so often. So you should be joining in. You should be getting yourself in here, joining into these to the matches going on, you know, the arranged matches here as well. So well worth it.
And all of these competitors on these streams are from the FightRise Discord. So you come, you hang around, you might wind up on one of these streams and have us talking shit about you.
Yeah, that's definitely one of the perks. You know, we get to just shit talk you on stream. Yeah, that's definitely what the players look out for. But yeah, gonna be able to get ourselves into this one. Just waiting for the next one. So the tail of the tape. Interesting that Rashid Inari here, 46% win rate up against Luke. So you know, he does have a good time against them. Maybe just a little bit of a drop down in the final hurdle. But for the most part, I mean, 46% win rate. That's still a great win rate up against the quote unquote best, you know, pro tag in the Street Fighter 6 universe.
Yeah, Lukes are really tough. I mean, even non-master Lukes, I have so much trouble. They're really tough to break a good one's defense. There's a really famous Luke that we have in FightRise that I'll shout out, Ham Jam. Everybody knows Ham Jam, but just like every time I play him, it's like playing a robot. They're so hard to break that Luke defense. Let's see if you can do it.
And I can tell you, you know, it might be satisfying for the Lukes to hear the perfect over and over again, but that thing, it haunts my nightmares, dude. Yeah, I just the sooner it goes away, the better, I think.
Yeah.
But yeah, as we do get ready to get into this match, I'm excited to see how it's going to play out there as well. And we do have an Ari on the Kitsune, so he's going to be on levelist. I think our first levelist of the night. And massive respect to anyone that can play onto that one, because I have the coordination of a goldfish, you know, so just trying to like figure that one out. I have a hard enough time with a fight stick, but yeah, just my respect to anyone playing one on levelist.
I feel like actually I'm on fight stick also. I feel like it's starting to become a dying breed. Everybody's moving to levelist or pad.
Mm-hmm. And we're able to get ourselves into the fight. But yeah, no, levelist, I mean, it just seems to be like I don't want to say if you didn't grow up in the arcade, but it just seems to, like you say, everyone's moving on to that one, having a great time with it. So I'm going to stick with the stick, but for now, we are going to be able to get ourselves into the match. So already, throws coming out here, and Ari taking a little bit of pressure, but how's he going to try and answer back into this one? And just being, you can see both characters, you know, playing it back and forth here. They don't want to give away any space, but there is going to be the corner carry combo coming out here from Cash. Just forcing Rashid in here, trying to burn through that drive rush bar as well. Look at how much life he's losing. The drive rush bar going down here as well. And he might be able to finish it off here. He jumps over, gets the KO.
That was very dominant to start. And you know, traditional Luke, you're going to see that crouching medium punch over and over, just over and over and over and over.
And over and over and over and over and over and over until, yeah, it loses all meaning. And
there it is.
Yep, driver's coming in now as well. Oh, absolutely,
I believe the recent nerf to that was to give it a slightly worse recovery, but it's still just so good. We're going to see a lot of it.
Yeah, you think that gets nerfed again in Season 2?
Oh man, I hope so.
As you can see, Inari taking a little bit of a tumble here, the damage coming through. And this was another thing that Cash spoke about, that anytime the fireball startup comes through from Inari, he's just going to answer back with the OD fireball himself, the OD Sandblast here.
Yeah, he did exactly that. And for anybody who isn't familiar with Rashid, since it may not be totally obvious, if he charges his fireball, he actually gets buffs to his other moves. He gets a little whirlwind. So if you see him try to do that and you knock him out of it, he doesn't get that benefit.
Yeah, and it just leaves him open though, like say for that Sandblast, one of the quicker fireballs in the game as well.
So yeah, a lot of people feel like Sandblast is literally the best fireball in the game.
Yeah, I can see that. But when they give Marissa one in Season 2, you know, I'm sure that one's going to be the best in the game.
Oh yeah, absolutely, sure.
Oh, he actually drops it. And now it's going to be able to recover with a throw now as well, but Cash going to be careful here. Low on life coming through into the second game. Really good parry coming through. Dive rush in. And Rashid, he's going to be able to get one on the board.
Yeah, good adjustments. That looked like a mistake.
Yeah, that was
not punished
interesting.
Yeah.
No. And going to be able to get a drive rush here. It's going to be a lot of damage onto Cash. As he responds to this one, the level 2 comes out. And potentially the best level 2 in the game. He goes for the parry. He's just going to take the throw. Oh, actually answers back. Yeah. No, it gets interrupted.
Yeah, there are some characters that can do that. Luke apparently is not one of them.
Yeah, I thought that was like a big brain play there, but apparently maybe a bit of miscalculation as he does go into burnout on Cash. So going to be forced into the corner here, Rashid, but maybe just waited out a little bit. Does have a bit of an advantage here, but that drive rush bar is coming back here for Cash.
Quite a thing to watch the one that's burned out doing the pressuring.
Yeah, Luke Privilege, I guess, as the parry comes out, doesn't matter. Rashid Inari gonna be able to get a great KO.
I feel like Inari did a great job adjusting immediately, noticing what wasn't going to work, and he stopped doing it immediately and pulled out this match.
Yeah, and it's going to even them up on the board here, 1-for-1. And you can see it's actually going to be Cash that's taking the most corner time here. That's surprising. I thought Luke would have been, that corner carry combo coming in, and you just would have tried to keep Rashid there.
Yeah. I mean, Rashid has quite a bit of corner. I mean, every character in this game has corner carry, so.
Yeah. Force bite, you can see him just being bashed out here. Does get a DI through. What's he going to be able to do inside said corner here? Just going to be able to take a little bit, but forces him right back again. It's going to be higher up flat now. What can he do with this one? Going to go for the juggle here in the air jump coming through into the throw.
Yeah, I wonder. I'm not sure if that was a mistake or he just didn't want to spend the level 1. I'm pretty sure you can level 1 or 2 somebody at the end of that juggle.
Yeah, maybe just keep it in. Maybe wants to keep it for the level 3 potentially here in this match because didn't need to commit it, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, and you saw there too, I think we saw Cash actually punish one of those evil kicks. It does throw you, yeah, like right there you can see it throws you quite far back, but if you know, you can drive rush up and punish like he just did.
Could be able to get it into level 3, yeah, spans the meter here. It's going to be super, super close to killing it off. And just everything being thrown at him here. So, Inari, how's he going to bounce it back? Not a lot of life left, and this could be Cash looking for his second game. He's going to try and go for the parries, but just a sliver of health left. How does he answer? Gets it with the kick.
I think that Cash is just showing he knows this matchup, like, clearly.
Yeah. Having a really good time with it. And, yeah, going to be able to get himself his second win on the board. So, bit of pressure being put on Inari now. How does he answer back in this third match? Fourth match? Fourth match. See, going to be able to get the dive in now as well. Both whiff on the pushes there. But jump up into the air. Doesn't follow up here, so just trying to force Rashid into the corner. Inari is going to try and just throw some sandblasts out here. Just try and check on what Inari's going to respond with. Actually gets the kick here for the interrupt as well. So Inari going to be back in the corner. Throw coming out. Really good counter coming out. And it's going to be more oops or loops. Nope, just goes for the punches. Finishes off the old-fashioned way.
Yeah, great patience with Cash. He picked his spot and then just applied pressure.
And this is going to be it now. I mean, again, do a die time coming out from Inari. So, how does he want to try and answer back in this match?
Man, I guess he's just got to try to be even more aggressive. Cash has shown he has answers to all the tricks. He's just got to get in there and be aggressive. More, in a more fair fashion, apparently.
And this could be ending it off, sending Inari out and down to Memphis. Is he going to be up for the kill? It's not, but it gets him close. So he's going to be able to finish it up. Absolutely runs it through there, and Cash closes this one out.
Well, now you understand why we need to nerf Luke. No, the player had nothing to do with it. It was all the character.
All the character. He was carried through top tier, and I actually saw the video of that. It was from I don't know who it was. I'm still getting to grips with all the pros and like all the personalities. But just saying, yeah, if you're gonna be in it to win it, play the top tiers. That's what they're there for.
Yep, absolutely. Well, I mean, at the time cornered here, you can really tell that Cash was just controlling the screen.
And all the punish counters coming out there as well, twice in burnout. So not a lot of burnouts coming out from Cash, but made them work.
You look at the throws too. Like Luke has a really good, throw strike game, right? And you can see it here. It was mixed up very well.
And yeah, maybe that's gonna be something we see in season 2. Just Luke straight up, just knocking down 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, 12 pegs.
Maybe just take his throw away entirely. He can't throw people.
Yeah, make the double light combo. Just do the taunt. Put him in a vulnerable position.
Yeah, I mean, so that I think Inari. This is a really tough matchup. I think he tried really hard to figure out some solutions, but Cash was just really well set for this matchup.
Yeah, I think we're gonna be able to take a quick look at how that breaks down on the score sheet before we jump through it. So it's gonna be he is fighting for his life here. Sangre. He's got to run the gauntlet.
Absolutely, and I think we're just gonna go right into it. We've seen all the player videos and the tail of the tape. Let's jump into Sangre versus Hanbra.
And yeah, let's see if the Lily is going to pay off. I mean, hell, Spectre, you said you wanted to see more Lily. We might be seeing a hell of a lot more Lily here tonight.
I'm excited. I'm excited to see this Lily.
Between the two characters, matchup wise, we did speak about Cammy being having a couple more answers to the Aki, but what do you want to try and bring to the table against the Lily?
I think it's going to be pretty similar, right? Lily doesn't have great defense. Cammy, great at pressuring.
Yeah,
he's just got to push his way in there. And it's similar to before, like Sangre playing modern, like that's a big deal, right? His reactions are going to be really good, and we saw that they were. He was anti-airing a lot, getting those supers out. So we'll see how that affects things.
Yeah, and we'll see if he's going to be able to run this potential gauntlet coming out here, because he does have 3 players on his plate potentially if he wants to try and turn it around. And not for a full reverse sweep, but, trying to get that reverse in there. And it's the American pride on the line coming through into these next couple of matches.
Looking at the Twitch numbers, I think all of America is watching right now, so Sangre really needs to pull it through.
No pressure. Absolutely no pressure, Sangre, but I think they call it a clutch or kick, in Counter-Strike. That's it. If you don't win these 3 matches, you're out. They're going to hunt you down and make you pay for it. So we'll see how he's going to try and answer back into this one. The fight is going to start now, and we already see a lot of life missing on the side of Sangre. Great dive kick coming in here from Umbra. Going to be able to answer back with a DI into the corner. It's going to be able to follow up here for more damage. Lets that one go a little bit. Throw's going to be here onto Sangre. So Sangre, it's going to be another throw into more. No, it's going to be able to break that one. Gets that dive in. Is in burnout here, Sangre. It worked out from before. Doesn't seem to here.
Yeah, I mean, pretty dominant there. Good job by Hunter to pick a spot and then just get in there.
See now? Oh, he actually tried for a choke. Oh, under, and that's going to put him in a little bit of a disadvantage there. Really good kick coming out here from Hunter. Action back.
I can't tell if that was. I can't tell if that was just a flail or if he knew that EX kick would actually reach that far.
When it comes to the players, you always kind of, it's not luck, it's skill, kind of thing. You give them the. But yeah, Lily could be able to force coming back here into the corner. Sangre could be able to get a really nice grab here. Finishes off, evens up the round in this first game.
Yeah, that was a great block. We haven't seen a lot of blocks of reversals, honestly. I'm glad that people are doing it finally.
Yeah, and immediately Hunter here, he comes out into that block, but it's going to be taking advantage here. Sangre gets another grab off, throwing himself into the core. Answer back into the level. Does that actually connect? It does.
Yeah.
Really good spend on the bar here for the level 3.
This is why Cammy's level 3 is always so terrifying to everybody. She can punish almost anything.
Yeah.
Like one of the few things in the game that can actually punish a blocked Blanca ball. Makes me terrified.
I think it's one of those things that I maybe respect it too much. Every time that a Cammy, knock a Cammy down, just immediately dive back, jump backwards, get out of there, and just trying to avoid it potentially.
Yeah, it's terrifying.
But yeah, going to be able to get Sangre low and healthy. It closes out round number 1. So Cammy with a win on the board. And yeah, Sangre going to be 1 match down. So got to get himself back on the ball and answer back, because he's still potentially got 6 more to come if he gets that win train going here.
Yeah, I know that Humber took that one, but I saw some good stuff from both sides. We'll have to see if he can even things up.
That's the thing, right? These players are masters for a reason. They're so good at the game. The eyes going to come in from Cammy, so it's going to be, again, keeping Sangre in that corner. Going to be able to get the reversal out. They're pushing Cammy away. Hunbra takes a little bit of damage from that, so I'm going to answer back with the crossing punches. Sangre tries to go with that OD. He's going to be into burnout now as well. Is Hunbra going to be able to take advantage of this?
Yeah, I feel like I'm seeing Sangre use that dive in a lot more often than he did against the last matchup.
Yeah, and I suppose when you don't... really good dive in there as well from Sangre. So he's going to be able to get his drive rush bar back now as well.
Just charging all the charges.
Just for free, yeah. If they're going to give them to you, you take them every day of the week. And he's got Cammy in the corner.
One more mix-up. Let's see if he can pull it off here.
Yeah, we'll see what he'll be able to do. He actually gets that dive in, just needs one more both sides.
Yeah, that's actually one of the big things you have to figure out with Lily is her command grab is going to be her highest damage option a lot of times, but it resets you full screen. So, we saw that right there. It reset him full screen. He had to figure out how to come back in and finish it, and he did.
Dive comes in. It's actually going to go with a low kick there as well, but actually misses there. Some good spacing coming out from Sangre, knowing how to play this one up against Hunbra. What he's looking out for. Spiral Arrow not going to connect here, and it looks like it's going to be Sangre spending more of that drive rush bar, but again...
Oh, button. Hit a button. I mean, that one was just your normal wake-up super. Anybody could have done that.
Yeah, I'm telling you, man, just jump backwards. Just jump backwards on those wake-ups. But, I mean, Humbra's going to be back in the corner even after that one, so he's going to try and go for the dive kick into the grab. So, Sangre low on life, and Humbra trying to answer it back in this one.
So surprised to see Humbra walking backwards when he's got a burned out opponent in the corner.
Doesn't connect! Dude! just the Kami privilege. So again, Sangre just going to be able to spend that bar. Damage coming through though from Kami, trying to get that dive in from long range here. Sangre will be able to immediately answer back. Going into the burnout again, and Sangre, we saw this in his first match as well. Sangre is not shy about doing that one just to get the full advantage from it, but it does put him under a little bit of pressure when he is in burnout here. Yeah, you see that Umbra going to try and take full advantage of this one. Does he get enough for the kill? Gets that jump in. Will get the jump in damage. Secures himself another win on the board.
Yeah, I feel like if Sangre can adjust to all these wake up reversals, you know, stop going for the Oki so much, block a little bit. He's going to get some rewarded for it quite a bit. I mean, we've seen a wake up super and like 3 wake up dive kicks so far.
So, are you saying that, you know, every time Kami goes down with a full level 3 bar, you should just be immediately buffering that level 3 self on Sangre? Just getting ready to throw that out?
Or just being ready to block, right? Fake that you're walking up to do some pressure and then block, right?
Yeah. Gonna be able to bounce back here. Good wake up here from Hunbra. Just trying to get himself out of the corner. We'll be able to reverse it onto Lily. Force him back, maybe. No. Gonna be able to space out here on the side of Sangre. So, damage coming through. But what? Again, these wake ups coming through from Hunbra. He's been on the ball with them.
Well, I mean, if you don't get punished, like, why stop? You know, he hasn't been punished for it yet.
Yeah, gonna be able to go into the spiral. Arrow into, just spending
Talking
some
about
of that
corner
bar.
carry, there you go. That's the entire level carried across.
Yeah, I'm telling you, man, just nerf everyone apart from Marissa, you know, get Marissa up there. But, I mean, they're considered top tier for a reason, right?
Yeah.
But I'm not going to spam for this one here now as well. Hunbra's getting low, but just one more from either side. Who's going to be able to get it? He's got his drive rush bar back on the side of Hunbra. You can see now, this is where the mind games, they come into play. He connects.
Yeah, there's the reaction. Sangre knows Lily's level 2 is a good anti-air, and he can do it with one button. Or just a couple buttons at least.
And yeah, it's a great way to play, even though you are burnt out, you know, that drive rush bar disadvantage. You just play that space and back. And you're saying, yeah, you have to come to me. And, well, Hunbra is going to definitely come to Lily Gear in the second round. Double DI in the corner, stacking up the damage. And he's going to be able to, no, can't fully confirm onto this one, still
so
gets
he
the perfect.
tried the drive reversal, and then it was a good job by Hunbra to punish on the block there.
And that's going to give Hunbra a bit of confidence. I mean, I know he's 2 games up anyway. Sangre is up against the wall. He's got to answer back into this one. Oh, the parry into the corner punishment. What's he going to be able to get from this one?
Good reaction.
Counter DI. Great. Yeah, great use of the counter DI. And now Sangre, going to be his turn. Never mind, because the button was pressed. So that's going to be another level 3 being thrown out from Hunbra.
Oh man, I just feel like Hunbra's not getting punished for a lot of unsafe stuff. It's working out.
Yeah. And he's going to be able to close out 3 win streak here. That does close out the team fight. And Europe going to be... I'll queue up God Save the Queen. And... But I think, really well done.
Yeah, no, those were some great matches. You know, in the end, what is it, 4-1 in the end here on the European side?
Yeah. But great showing, I think, from every player. You know, there's some amazing things coming out, and definitely, you know, if this is done again, I'm sure the US, the Americas, excuse me, are going to be able to put up some, again, just great players to come back into this one. This has actually been some really good fun, showing both sides, and I think if I can just kind of give a little bit of a slogan speech, that the actual matchup potential here, you know, between ping-wise, I've always heard it's a nightmare, but Street Fighter 6 seems to really be able to put you on even footing coming into these matchups, no matter where you are in the world.
Yeah, you know, honestly, that was something I didn't want to call out initially because I didn't want to make people look for it, but I was curious how much lag was going to matter. It didn't seem like the connections were too bad, which is great.
Yeah. So that's going to wrap it up here for the team fight. And Hot Soup, I think you're going to be able to have a little bit of words.
Absolutely. What an incredible set of matches. And yeah, the real MVP is the Street Fighter 6 netcode. I don't think we could have done this in Street Fighter 5 at all. We did focus on East Coast players from the One Fight Stand side, but every player had an amazing match. I thought that was really close on a lot of them. Sangre, that's a tough mountain to climb at the end there, but a great effort on their part. All of those were what we had for the team fight. So we've got another 5-minute break coming up here again. We've got guess the character game and logos. So please enjoy that chat. Call them out when you see them. And we'll see you again in 5 minutes for our main event. Thanks, guys.
In the darkest hour.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Listen up, this was football heads. Paris, marginal bar, blue text and the rest. Representing the FGC, they're the best. Rocking the ball, look past the mic, it's time to flex. They may not have hair, but they got the skills. Paris on the mic, dropping knowledge, giving thrills. Marginal bomber with the jokes, keeping it real. Blue text on the grind, it's passion you can feel. Ball brigade, stand up and make some noise. Ball brigade, we're the kings among the boys. Ball brigade, fighting gang communities. All heads unite, we can't be beat.
All right, thanks for everyone who played the game. We accidentally skipped over the winners from the first round of character select guessing games, and we got a three-way tie with Dillips, Sweetbriar R, and The Rot, who guessed Street Fighter V, Alpha 2, and MVC 3, respectively. No one got JoJo or Street Fighter EX2. For the character guesses, only two correct guesses were made, although one was close. Flash, Sweetbriar R, and Chrono Joe was close by guessing Lost Planet. So I think overall, Sweetbriar R got 2 points out of all of the guesses. So congrats to you, and thanks for everyone for playing. And without further ado, let's jump into the player videos.
My name is Daniel Dillips, and I'm ready to throw down in Urge to Fight 6. My main is Rashid. My favourite part of FightRise is the excellent competition that I've seen and the clutch moments. I hope my brain doesn't go into recovery mode from the high level combos and tactics that Rashid players often have. He really is a thinking man's character.
Hey, my name is Mac, and I'm ready to throw down in Urge to Fight 6. I main Marissa, and this will be my second time competing in FightRise. I lost in the first one to Daniel's Rashid, so I'm trying to not let that happen again. And while we are all waiting for Season 2, my goal is to hit 1800 MR until then. We will see how that goes. See you all in the arena.
Okay, getting into it once again. We're going to be able to check out the tail of the tapes, and I'm hearing a little bit of a grudge match here coming up between these two players. So, Spectre, coming into this one, what are you expecting coming out? You know, what are you expecting to see from both players? Is there anything we should be looking out for? I mean, we've already seen one Rashid on the board, but what do you expect the mix-up to be coming up against someone like the Marissa in this matchup?
Yeah, I mean, we saw before, actually, when we watched Cash and his Luke try to counter a Rashid level 2 with his super and it failed. Marisa can actually do that with her level 3, so I think it's going to be interesting. Rashid's not going to be able to just run rampant by doing that if Marisa has her level 3 up. So I would watch for that. And this format, just to throw it out there real quick as well, this format's going to be a little different than before. We're going to do something we usually do for our main events, which is like a tennis set format. So there's going to be first to 3 per set and then 3 sets total. So watch out for that. We'll have that up on the board so you can see. And I don't know, it should be a good matchup. Rashid, again, we are looking for him to be aggressive, and Marisa, again, we're looking for her to hit with really big punches.
Yeah, and you can see that matchup-wise, just that character win percent rate, Daniel does have a little bit of an advantage there coming out on that 61%, nearly 62% win rate. Meanwhile, another Mac on the 42.5, so maybe a little bit of a knowledge check coming out for Mac, if he's going to be able to get himself in the right frame of mind to answer about this one. A lot of time in ranked, nearly 180 hours here for Daniel, and you can see that Mark spent a lot of time in the battle hub here on his side, but nearly double the hours total in terms of the game time played.
Yeah, I think there's going to be kind of knowledge checks on both sides here, right? Like Marisa, she also has some fake pressure, or things you need to know about, like where to hit her to do certain things. She's very susceptible to lows, or things that even just hit low and aren't technically lows. So I'm curious on both sides to see these guys try to test each other and see who has the knowledge about the matchup.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to getting into it. And again, I'm cracking out that notepad. You know, we've got the stream anyway, so I don't need to do any recording. We'll see who's going to be able to come out on top getting into this match. And I'm coming into this one mostly unbiased, but I see the Marissa. I've kind of got to throw my hat behind it just a little bit. So we'll see how that one's going to play out. But yeah, both some great players played against each other in the past. I do believe so. We're going to see if there is going to be a streak, maybe trying to develop here from either side and trying to get a little bit of I don't want to say rivalry, but you know, it's nice to have these matches coming through and be able to get the history behind it. So yeah, we'll see how this one's going to play out.
Yeah, and in our previous matchups, it was first to 3 once, right? Did play and they get first 3, and there's some time to adjust there, right? You could play up to 5 matches, but you know, here we've got 3 sets of first to 3, so they're gonna have a lot more time to adjust. And again, we're gonna have to see how those knowledge checks you can adjust to different play styles. That's my favorite part of these long sets, right? Is seeing how people adjust as they go.
Yeah, and yeah, because like you say, the first of 3, it's nice, but it's not that long format. But we did see some of the players towards the end of the matches start to adjust. Didn't have the time to execute that game plan. Where, like you say, the full 3 into 3, you know, we might see some massive mix-ups. It's something that you see in bringing back to my Dota experience. You know, when you see these longer sets, that you get kind of a mini meta that develops in the games itself. You know, outside of what you usually see in those matchups anyway, where things start to get figured out just a little bit, and you see the some character selects that you might never actually see in other matches, you know, standard matters. But yeah, I'm interested to see how it develops in fighting games, because you do only have that one character. You know, there's no swap offs here. How they're going to be able to adjust on the fly, just still playing on those same characters.
Yeah, I mean, so I don't know if we called this out in our rules, but the way we're doing all of our matchups tonight is everybody chooses their character and is stuck with it. There's no swapping.
Yeah.
So you're kind of stuck with this matchup, right? You have no choice.
Yeah, and we'll see if that's going to be a good thing or a bad thing. You know, if they're going to be able to go a little bit even in this one. And yeah, so just to clarify, it's tennis rules as in it's first to 3 into a first to 3 after that, but we don't actually have to get the win by 2s. You know, it is just going to be that first to 3 full first to 3s if everybody's keeping up. So yeah, look forward to seeing how this one's going to break down.
Yeah, and we're still just waiting for our fighters to get into a room.
Yeah,
so
we can go ahead and get started.
Okay.
On the fight.
And
we're paying close attention to the connections here. Both of these guys are in Europe, but if we're having trouble with the connections, we'll recreate the room with one of them hosting.
Yeah, it does make sense. And we'll see, as it looks like we are going to be able to get into this one. I'm looking forward to seeing how the Marissa's actually going to, like say, play down against the Rashid, because that's one of my worst matchups. So again, be able to pick up tips. But yeah, the Rashid, I mean, again, Daniel has that slight advantage.
Yeah.
When it's all said and done, they gon' call me a legend. I love to break bread, but I'd rather break records. Street Fighter 6.
And we are going to be able to get ourselves right into this one here. And immediately, some pressure being applied from Rashid, just trying to bounce out, force it back to the mid-screen. And we'll see how they answer by coming back. That's just the bread and butter combo coming out from the Marissa here. Just trying to keep him in the corner. But the only wake-up coming out here from Daniel. So he's trying to get himself away with that screen jump now as well. But he's still going to be on the wrong side of Marissa into that corner. Really good command grab comes out here as well. It takes a big chunk of his health away. And Daniel has the answer back to this one into the DI. This might just be it for round number 1.
Yeah. Marissa reminds me a little bit of a grappler in that if you let her just get a few touches, you're just dead.
Yeah.
So he's got to figure out how to handle that.
Yeah, there's some big buttons. Good parry coming out now, but it looks like the throw comes out from Daniel, so going to force Mac back into his own side. Never mind the medium punches here. The charge comes in, the drive rush, the kick into the face, and force right back into this corner. And what's he going to try and do onto this one, Mac?
Yeah, I don't know if I get what the YOLO dive was there. Like if you have range on Marissa, throw some fireballs, right? She can't handle that easily.
Yeah, that's one of the big things in Marissa. If you get the timing right, you are going to be able to go into the Superman punch to try and close that gap. But if you can't time them right, the only answer the Marissa has, as far as I know, is the walk down parry, walk down parry, walk down parry. And the eye for the pushback here from Daniel. So he's going to be able to, I mean, there's a little bit of a health disadvantage here, but he is starting to take it back. Level 2 will be thrown out as well, but wasn't up in time here on Mac to try and go for that level 3 for the dive in. And again, I think Marissa has the longest invincible frames on the level 3 startup, so maybe would have tried to dive through this one. But good pressure being applied from Phillips in the corner. No! He's still going to be able to get even with Marissa jump out.
Good punish at range there.
So, Mac has his full super bar coming out. It's going to be nearly level 2 here for Daniel once again. He's getting, just with that throw, he's going to be able to fill up a good chunk of that one. Dive comes through. But with the jump over here, Mac just trying to get it in on those slow, the short range fireballs coming through. Still gets that jump over here. But once again, the throw comes out from Daniel. And yeah, this is where Marissa kind of struggles at, how do you try and close that gap?
Yeah, I like the way Daniel's doing this, right? Like you need to take what you're getting given. If you got some range, then take advantage of it. If you're in their face, be aggressive. He swaps between those things pretty well.
He's going to be able to pick him out of the air there as well. So Marissa trying to come in with a kick, but it's going to be interrupted and confused up front. Daniel's just going to try and apply the pressure once again. CA is available. Level 2 comes out once again. And again, it's when Marissa was going for the wake up. Perfect parry is going to be here though. He's just going to try and take that. I mean, if he takes the throw, he takes the loss.
Yeah, I mean, he had his full super meter. He could have gone through that. I wonder if he's not aware of that or just not thinking of it.
Yeah. We're going to be able to see the stats on the screen as well.
And you're really seeing the strength of level 2s that are good, right? With Blanca and Rashid. It's like being able to put something out that strong and still keep another bar and then have a level 2 against soon is really strong.
Yeah. Command throw is going to be used. He's going to be into the corner now as well. That splat on the wall, so he's going to go for the OD Superman punch into the Gladius. Good combo in between, but he does actually miss the throw. And now Rashid trying to force out of the corner here. Again, a great throw, just goes back to that mid screen, trying to go from corner to corner, but Maris not going to have any of this one. Again, the pushback on that DI. He's going to burn Mac out. Mac, what's he going to try and do with this one? The fireballs start to come through here. And you can see that, I mean, Mac, he was tempted for the anti-air. Mrs. Anti-air, again, one of the weakest in the game. Just try, he does. He gets it with a Skutsum and just avoids the DI impact. Could be able to turn that one around. And is that something that Rashid needs to be hyper aware of? Because you can go into that Skut really easy.
Yeah,
something one of Marissa's best moves.
Something I have trouble with in general is just remembering that Marissa can deal with DIs in all sorts of ways that aren't just DIing back, right? I think any character has to worry about that.
Yeah, no, I think that's something that the players that I play, the level I play against, that you start to channel that Gladius, and you go, oh, I'm going to catch him out with a DI, and nope, I have armor, my dude.
Yeah,
and it's a big punish.
It's tough to read too, because she can charge a little longer or do different things to get armor or not have armor. It's really tough to tell on the fly.
And that was a great read from Mac there as well, able to catch out Daniel with the screen jump out in the middle of the air. Level 2 is going to come out now as well. The level 3 bar is up for Mac, but he's going to be on the top of that tornado. Eagle Spike comes in now as well from Rashid, but there's going to be some really good low jabs. Does it connect? It does.
This I'm confident this one will kill.
Yeah, I think this is, I say, turn into dust.
Okay. I mean, what a super! Like, who else? They gave a character a super that just puts someone in the corner. That's just what it does. It's crazy.
Yeah, and it's like you've got all these supers coming out. Your big technical, like Jamie's, he's throwing out these super great moves. Marissa's, it's literally just a punch.
Yeah, I'm just gonna punch you across the level.
And you see Daniel now, again, going to be going into burnout with this one, but he's going to be able to create a little bit of space with Whirlwind in now as well. Good damage going to be applied and good pressure onto Mac, and he's just burning through that drive rush bar. So Mac actually burns himself out with the drive rush forward. Going to be caught on that fireball though, throws him up into the air, and Marissa in this corner. Great counter hits coming out here from Daniel.
Yeah, Rashid's spinning mixer like that is already, I believe it's already plus even normally. So when you're burned out like that, you can just kind of push someone with it over and over and just chip them away.
Yeah. Oh, actually hits it with DI, and maybe Mac with a little bit of panic there on the response was able to break through, and that's going to close out the round here for Daniel. Again, just trying to throw out those close range fireballs here from Daniel, just trying to stop the pressure coming out, but Mac going to be able to get himself in with the drive rushes. Try and force Daniel into the corner here. Again, going to be great on the uppercut into the lower combo. But answer back from Daniel now as well. That parry going to be used here from Mac. Going for those low jabs. Great perfect parry. What's he going to be able to do from this one? Gladius, it's only going to be a short one here, not a full corner carry combo, but he does get him into the corner anyway.
Oh, that missed.
He did, yeah. And yeah, Capcom please adjust the level 2. Just a little bit, the level 1 and 2. But we do see that the best level 2 in the game being thrown out here. It's going to be answered back though with those jabs. But the burnout, great pickup there from Daniel.
Yeah, I mean, so far it really seems like Mac is having some trouble doing that level 2. I'm curious if we'll see some better handling of it here.
Yeah, and maybe not something. I mean, I don't think you could come across a Rashid without coming across that level 2, but maybe it is, like you say, just that knowledge check that he's maybe just not being able to keep up with. Great command grab there, though. Daniel already down to about half of his health. Trying to go for that. And again, another thing that Marissa does struggle with, the crossovers, just anti-air in general, so going to be put back into the corner here. And yeah, it's... I've seen people saying now, you've got to go for that light Gladius here. You can't go for the crouching heavy punches. Don't bother with the actual special moves. Just go straight for the Gladius.
Yeah, I mean, I think we just saw him try to do a jump back anti-air, which is actually a pretty good solution for Marisa as well. But she definitely doesn't have as good a time as Rashid does there.
Great interrupt there onto the rush down of Mark. So Mark was going to be able to do. It's going to be the burnout being applied, but he does get a command grab off. Is he going to be able to follow this one up here? Superman punch comes out. It'll be a little bit short. Level 2 going to be thrown out once again, and this time Mark is in burn-up, so he's just going to have to back himself right up, but he does kick the tornado into him. Great use of that tornado there coming out from Daniel. But it still doesn't close out the round.
Yeah, I think that was pretty good handling in level 2 there. He had lots of space to work with. He moved himself back, and he didn't get lit up by it.
You see? Then Mark just trying to do it again. I mean, he's going to lose some of this part from the probing coming out from Daniel. Great jump in now as well, drive rush, but doesn't actually connect. It's going to be a really nice Gladius answer back here just to force Daniel into the corner. So,
yeah, that and that Rashid jump in it's real tricky, but it's always punishable. And it seems to be having trouble just getting the timing.
Going to take the life lead. He's even going to get the burnout with this one. Great Gladius into the level 3. And this time he will be able to punish that DI coming out from Daniel. Not going to be able to do it, at least with the level 3, but he's going to be able to react with the Gladiuses when they come out into the bread and butter combo here. Yeah, just gets that back heavy punch into the kill. So, look at the stats on the board. Yeah, you see, I mean, both players not spending a lot of time in the corner. It has been fairly even in the middle of the map on that last round.
Yeah. Yeah, now we got Daniel. What is Daniel down by 1? Oh, I'm sorry, he's winning by 1. So, or I apologize, we're tied. So this match is going to determine the winner of our first set here.
Yeah, and you can see that again. Rashid just going to be able to apply the pressure. Power is going to be used here from Mark, but Mark going to be losing a lot of health from this one. And you can see that there's just a mix of the pressure that Daniel's putting on. No! Interrupted. Good throw coming out from Mark.
Yeah, I mean, that's one of the scariest things about Rashid to me is similar to Aki. Is once you're in the corner and they've got these mix-ups and combos going, it's really tough to get yourself out. But he did a great job there, like threw him right out of the DI.
Driver chain coming out of Daniel from the get-go, wants to be able to get right on top of Marissa. Marissa going to be going for the blocks, but what's he able to do? Throw comes out here. Daniel going to be thrown into the corner. She goes for the parry on Wake Up. Not going to be punished here from Mac here as well. So, throw right back into the middle of the map. And you can see that again, just trying to throw those fireballs out, keep the guessing game going here from Mac.
Yeah.
Great drive rush punishing the damage. You're going to be able to put Marissa on her back, and now into that corner. The burnout comes through from Daniel, but well worth it. Yeah, into that full spend.
I am upset though. I mean, spending a super on something other than level 2 is absurd.
Well, yeah, how dare you? We have to take your Rashid member card away from that one.
Yeah.
Great eagle spike on the response there as well.
That was very dominant.
And yeah, you see that. It puts him 2-0 up, so he's going to be able to take this first one, and puts him at an advantage here coming into the next set of matches.
Yep.
We are going to take, just let the players rest a little bit. We're going to be able to take a look at the stats. But yeah, close coming out from both sides, and Daniel was just able to close it out in that last one. But fairly competitive match coming out from both sides. So I'm really interested to see how the players are going to adjust coming into that next round.
Yeah, definitely swinging back and forth. I think they both had some pretty good moments. That could have gone either way. I really liked, Daniel was saving his meter or his drive meter and using it almost exclusively for drive rush, right?
Yeah.
A lot of times when I play Rashid, because I'm don't know what I'm doing, I just throw EX fireballs out constantly. We didn't see any of that, right? He's usually saving it to extend his combos and to get in there.
Yeah, and Just great spend on this one. You can see the DIs coming in there as well. No counter DIs coming out from Mac. Was able to hit a couple of gladiators towards the end of the matchup, but for the most part, Daniel, he's been really great at spending this bar. Mac going to be able to get up some perfect parries as well. The punish counter is really nice for him. But yeah, fully even on the throws as well. And I mean, we're seeing Mac use the command grab as well to get in, get the absolute dominating damage that comes out from that one. He's not shy of going into that.
Yeah, I actually wonder if the throw stats track command grabs as well, because it's probably just about even. I think there was a few command grabs out of Mac there.
Yeah, and maybe that's where we see Daniel. He's not going for these low interrupts, because that's the thing, right? The armor that comes out from Marissa, it is only from the waist up.
Yeah.
And it feels like when he is getting these armored moves out, Mac is making them work and not really being punished for them.
Yeah, I mean, there was one early play where Daniel just went and did a YOLO slide, which did not work out for him. So I wonder if that caused him to back off of that a little bit.
I mean, yeah, he has the advantage coming through in this first one, so he's going to be able to take this first set, but maybe that is something he's going to be able to think about coming through and get himself into the second game being a little bit more aware of. But yeah, both players, absolutely great matchup, and I'm so glad it's going to be the first of three, because we have much more to come, and yeah, looking forward to seeing what it's coming out.
Yeah, not to take a side, but I want to see Mac take this next set so we can get as much Street Fighter as possible.
Yeah. There's the curse of the three-way tie in Dota, where you have tiebreakers, where it's like one team beats team A beats team B beats team C beats team A, and there's always the threat of going infinite on that. And I know we can't quite go infinite tonight, but yeah, just trying to get as much Dota, much Street Fighter, as possible out of the mix.
Well, I'll give you one piece of info about Street Fighter. It is technically possible if we get to the very last game and they have a draw that we would not have a winner in that case. We have to keep going.
The rare double KO. I've had one of them. Yeah,
it does happen.
I didn't even know that was a thing. Maybe we can set it up. Just send some DMs out to the players. Just be like, this. But Driver's coming in. Marissa going to be able to get that corner carry combo off into the command grab once again. Yeah, look at the life that Daniel loses from that. Just one setup here. Great DI in the corner. This should be the first round in quick fashion.
Very dominant. Something I feel like I get hit with from Marissa a lot is that command grab on wake up is like an Oki move. We'll have to see if that keeps happening.
And yeah, you see again, just going to answer back. Gladius comes out here from Mac. Great, perfect parry though. So it's going to be the impetus back on the side of Daniel. He's going to be able to do the throw now. Maybe just trying to force Marissa into the combo. The parry's going to come out on wake up here from Mac, but he is going to be in that corner. So let's see what Daniel's going to be able to do from this one. Gets bounced back.
Yeah, I don't know about using an eagle kick there. You have so much pressure. You're in the corner. Bouncing yourself out seems like not the smartest idea.
Yeah, I suppose it means that you can apply pressure with the fireballs, but it looks like he just wants to get straight back in there, it looks like.
Yeah.
Into burnout, though, from Mac. Is it going to be pain for this one? Going into the burnout so quickly here is Rashid. Just trying to get some chips down, just forcing out. Nope, combo comes up from Marissa into a really good knee Superman punch combo.
Yeah, I do think it's interesting that even when you're in a terrible... big miss there, going to super for the win.
Okay.
I do think it's interesting in this game that burnout being, you have no defensive options. You're very badly hurt.
Yeah.
You actually get your meter back faster by moving forward and attacking, right? This game really pushes for you to be offensive.
Yeah. And I know, again, we're only in Season 1. The game's not even been out the full year yet, but I know there's some thoughts about that and like how aggressive the game feels in general. But from what I've seen, again, the offense comes first, and then everyone figures out the defense, Season 2, Season 3. So, yeah, maybe those complaints are going to be drowned out a little bit when everyone gets a handle on it.
I mean, you know what they say, like, we didn't pay $60 to block, so... Yeah. Oh, that was great. He jumped right over a whirlwind there.
Yeah, could be able to get in. Actually gets the burnout now as well, and he's looking really healthy with his own drive rush bar here on the side of Mac. So what's Daniel going to be able to do to answer back? Trying to get this corner, but there's going to be the DI. Yep, answered through into the back punches, into the carry combo, and even going to spend some of that super bar there as well.
Well, there you go. That's your reversal and burnout, right?
Yeah, just throw out a super. That's fine. Damage. Well, gets a throw out here. I mean, Daniel has to be so careful. If he takes one more big punch to the face, it will be enough to take him out of this first round. It's going to be a kick.
It's like an accidental check of a drive rush.
Yeah. And that's one of the things, right? That kick, as long as you've not pressed any buttons, is answerable. But as soon as you press that button, as soon as it comes out, and you're just taking a boot to the face. Or a sandal, in this case, I guess.
Oh, good bait there.
Yeah, just great, but again, going to be forced back into the corner. The drive rush into that Superman punch. OD. Gladius falls up. The damage coming out from that combo here. Just absolutely immense. Mark Duggan is doing punch back into the level 2. So let's see if he has an answer back now, because doesn't have that level 3 to spend, and there's going to be some pressure applied into the throw. And yeah, the tornado doesn't fully connect here, but Marissa's still in burnout.
Yeah, and for anyone who isn't super familiar with Rashid, we talked earlier about how his charged up fireballs, Marissa takes it here, how his charged up fireballs will buff his moves. His level 2 does the same thing, actually, so if he flies through that, he gets buffs.
Yeah, okay. Now, that's something that's nice to know for me as well, because again, I still am learning the game. So yeah, having you alongside me, being able to tell me, yo, it is great stuff.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of nuance that isn't obvious from watching a lot of times, right? Like, even with Marisa, right? Like, charging some of her buttons and how her armor works, you wouldn't know from just watching.
Yeah, we're going to see the dive in. Oh, he actually gets behind now as well. Marissa going to take a little bit of punishment. Both players low. Gladius comes through here, and this is going to be a big punch to the face. Throw him not quite into the corner. Rashid gets that jump over once again. Going to try and go for that dump down punch. And just, yeah, the burnout here. And that's one of the things, right? That Marissa does big damage, but she does big burnout damage as well. That if you're going for those blocks, you are taking a lot of drive rush damage.
Yeah, absolutely. I think one of my biggest issues with Marisa is getting like frozen, not knowing what to do, and then you just get burned out.
Yeah, that proper deer in the headlights moment. It's like, oh god, what do I actually do here? Big spend on the drive rush bar coming out from Marissa, but it's going to pay off because you look at how low Daniel's getting from the back of that one. Gladius going to try and bait out, but the low kick comes out from that drive rush now into that throw over the shoulder.
You see Daniel using that standing medium kick too. Like it's a good poke. We gotta watch out though. It's not cancelable. So if she figures that out and starts DIing, it's gonna be a problem. Although it looks like it doesn't matter. Is that the 3-0 right there?
I think that's the 3-0. Yeah.
Wow.
Mark gets it 1-1.
Quite an answer.
And yeah, so we're gonna be all even. That's what we wanted. And
so
yeah, go on. I think that's
gonna...
what we wanted, right? Coming into it, we wanted this 1-1. We wanted to see the even matches coming through as much Street Fighter as possible. And even though both players have gone down in one set, they've both had some great showings when these have still gone down.
Yeah, and this is where the momentum and adjusting in the long sets goes, right? You clearly saw Mac adjust there, right? From barely losing that first set to dominating the second one. So now it's really on Daniel. Like what? Yeah, that's a lot.
All right, guys. We are adjusting things a little bit here from the last time we did this. We're going to take a 3-minute break here to give the fighters a bit of a breather, and then we'll come back to more matches. Great set so far.
In the darkest hours we come to the fight. Different paths, but a common plight. Forging a bond like brothers in arms. Together we rise to reach for the stars. Rise up, stand tall, we'll conquer it all. With every punch thrown, we answer the call. Through triumph and defeat, we'll never back down. Fight right forever, we'll wear the crown. The arcades are battleground, where legends are made. We practice our moves, our skills never fade. Through sweat and tears we learn from each fall. United we'll rise, together we'll conquer all. Rise up, stand tall, we'll conquer it all. With every punch thrown, we answer the call. For triumph and defeat, we'll never back down. Fight rise forever, we'll wear the crown. Yo, listen up, this was football heads. Paris, marginal bar, Gutex and the rest. Representing the FGC, they're the best. Rocking the ball, look past the mic, it's time to flex. They may not have hair, but they got the skills. Paris on the mic, dropping knowledge, giving thrills. Marginal bomber with the jokes, keeping it real. Gutex on the grind, it's passion you can feel. Ball brigade, stand up and make some noise. Ball brigade, we're the kings among the boys. Ball brigade, fighting game community elite. All heads unite, we can't be beat.
Welcome back in. We're going to be able to take a look at the stats on screen just to see how things are broken down over the last few matches. But yeah, Spectre, we're seeing, 1-1 so far coming through onto this one, so it's nice and even as we get ourselves through into this third game. Mike, in there, the burnouts, again, everything we've seen so far is you put yourself in burnout, you win your game. So take that, go into your rank matches, burn yourself out, win those games.
Yeah, I'll try. We'll see how that works out.
Yeah, it's interesting to see that Daniel's had 3 uncontested DIs, especially because Marissa had so many ways to answer back into that one. Do you think that's something that Mark has to work in coming into this next set?
I mean, that's just kind of how DI is useful, right? If he gets too predictable, it's going to start getting countered. You want to throw it in when people really don't know, or when you know it can't be blocked.
Yeah, and we're going to be able to see here Daniel taking a little bit of damage coming through, but already Mark spending a lot of that bar, even going to be able to get that jump in here onto to Daniel. So what's he going to be able to do? Just throw himself right at this Marissa. Perfect parry comes out. How's that punish going to be? Medium punches into, yeah, going to be able to get a jump over here as well into the grab. And Daniel taking a lot of damage. Jump over coming out from Rashid though, going to be able to go into this throw. Mark goes into the corner, not a lot of drive rush bar left, but you can see these just have tools to try and dissuade Daniel from coming too close.
I feel like Daniel's having to do so much more work to get the same amount of life off that Marisa is here.
Yeah, and you can see that Mark, he's quick on that parry button there as well, does break the throw. So, Daniel's going to be able to get a drive in. There's a lot of damage coming through here though.
Yeah, I do like the decision to try and use your screen space a little bit here.
Yeah.
I mean, if Marisa touches you, you're going to be across the screen anyway. You may as well use the real estate while you have it.
Oh, level 2, and Marissa is in burnout here, so how's he going to try and answer back into this one? Going to try and go for that kick.
Threw it right at him.
What's the best way to deal with that when you are in burnout? Do you just kind of have to...
You just... there's not much options. You have to block. You have to figure out what side to be blocking on, and he mixed him up there and got him. But, you're still going to take damage.
You get the knife and fork out and you just eat it.
Yeah, the best way not to get hit by that burnout is not to burn out.
Good wall splat here into the Gladius coming out from Marissa. Jump in though from Daniel, just trying to get that again back into mid screen. The burnout now from Daniel, so Daniel's going to be careful here. There's still a lot of bar on the side of Mark. He's going to try and play advantage of this one, just try and get aggressive. Make sure that he can get some of this bar back and not give Mark room to breathe, even though he is in burnout. Great eagle spike again. Corner carry coming out here. Jabs, perfect parry. But he's not going to be able to get the grab off. Going to be punished for this one. There's a lot of damage coming through here. Daniel is going to try and get anything more from this one. Kick coming out from Mark, but it looks like Mark, he might be put back in his box here in this little corner. Rashid is so fast on this one. Going to throw out the level 2 once again. This time there is some drive rush bar here for Mark, so he might be able to parry some of this out. The dive comes in though. He might just try and eat the throw parry. He gets the perfect parry onto this one. He's going to punish him for it. Level 3, he's going to spend the bar. He had all the answers.
Yeah, Daniel really had that. He had the overhead confirm and didn't make anything out of it. You got to hope for him that he finds a way to win this next round, because if he loses, then he punted the whole match.
Yeah, and I mean, he was trying his best, but it just felt like Mark, he was mind reading there on the answers back. He's going to be able to get those crouching jabs in. Drive rush, but doesn't actually follow up onto it. Kick back into the corner. Rashid, he's going to be backed right the way up. So, Gladius though is going to be able to keep himself in the air for a little bit, dodges that one off, maybe baits that Gladius out just a little bit here. So Marissa going to be mixed up in the corner. What's he going to be able to do for the follow-up here? And it's just going to be the block.
Good choice, good choice. So Rashid would have been very plus after that. So just pushing him out, I think spending the bars to do that was smart.
Yeah, and going to be able to get that jumping throw. Doesn't even use any of the Tornado for this now as well. So Tornado making his way there slowly. Into burnout here from Mac. And again, he spent all of that bar already here, Mac. So what's he going to try and answer back with? Nothing.
Well, he did pull it back around, which is great. He took great advantage of burnout. Rashid has the ability to do that. He can really pressure you hard when you're burnout, especially in the corner.
And now, yeah, the momentum back in Daniel's favor now as well. We'll see what he's going to be able to do. It's going to be the corner carry coming out from Mac. That kick right back in there, just keeping him in there. And I think that's something that we've seen from these two players specifically that we didn't see from the team fight is, you know, they're making each other live in this corner. You know, they're making homes here. They're setting down roots.
I mean, that's just Marisa as far as I'm concerned. Every time she does anything, somebody's in the corner. Yeah, Rashid has some great mix-ups on the board. We're seeing that right now, right? It's like once he has you there, he's mixing it up. You really got to guess right.
Yeah, good. Glad he's coming out though. Daniel with a sliver of health left. How's he going to try and answer back into this one? Because Mac still is in burnout. It's going to be a bit of chip coming through here. The dive, but Marissa, he was onto it with a jump. What's he going to try and do?
We had talked about him not using the EX Fireball. Now's the time to do it because I think he can stay on the ground and burn out. Or a chip, I mean.
Is he going to connect? No,
wow.
The kick!
Well, we figured out the counter to the level 2. It's a boot to the knee, apparently.
Yeah, it trips him at the final hurdle there. Now the medium punches into the damage. There's going to be the knee into the kick. So again, the corner carry coming out. And it's so reliable how the Marissa does this one. He's going to be able to get that back jump, but it doesn't matter because Daniel has the punish coming out here into the fireball, gets himself in and throwing it himself out. But Skirtum gets used here. Didn't actually go for the throw. And look at this damage here into the level 3. This is going to secure it from Mac.
Yeah, it's going to close it out.
So, great response from Mac here after going down in that first set. You know, he's had the answer. I mean, he's secured the second set, and he looks like he's had most of the answers here in the third as well.
Yeah, the only thing I feel like he hasn't answered great so far is when Rashid is doing his wall jumps or jumps around on top. You know. Yeah. But it doesn't seem to matter all that much.
Yeah, maybe that's something that Daniel needs to do a bit more because we know that the AA sucks anyway for Marissa, but if you're not anticipating the extra time, you can get behind. You just try and take full advantage of that one.
Yeah.
Marissa once again will be able to carry Daniel into the corner. But on comes up from Daniel, just going to try and get that pushback now as well. Does get the damage out in the air though, and Marissa just have the advantage with the bar still being here, so he's just going to walk back. Rashid doesn't want to commit too far into the one. He's going to be able to interrupt the Superman punch there as well, but will still get punished after the fact and being in burnout. Will just be thrown back, trying to do what he can with a wall jump.
Yeah, honestly, I think that's fine, right? Like, even if you just move back and you don't wind up getting the anti-air, at least he did not get out of the corner.
Yeah. Well, he was out of the corner for a little bit, now going to be put right back in there.
Yeah, when we had Lazy Boredom was our main event or one of our events last time. You know, his most effective anti-air was that jump back. And I think we're starting to see it out of the Mac occasionally too.
Yeah, because it's just so reliable, right? You just try and make sure that you don't get hit, that you're not committing to any frame traps or anything. As see the burnout once again on Daniel.
Yeah, so he still just isn't able to deal with that very well.
Yeah. Level 2 does come through here, and maybe this is where Daniel's trying to get some of his, just trying to buy time to get some of this bar back. Does go for the jump in now as well, into that throw, and you can see that with parries again. Mac with that wicked parry, he's not going to get punished by the full tornado. Makes it coming in from Daniel, it's going to be right back into the corner. Behind him though, Skirtum gets used, he's still going to be thrown in here, and the damage Mac is being slowly chipped away from Daniel.
This is the threat though, if Mauricio lands one hit here, and it's level 3 right? Yeah. So it worked out for him, but you gotta be so careful with Marissa in that situation.
Yeah, tactically save that one for the next round here, Marissa. Just keeping that bar.
Yeah.
Again, you look at how fast Rashid can put the pressure on like that when the moves that do come out. If he does connect, the Mac, the Marissa in general doesn't have a lot to interrupt, so you are just relying on those small windows that you can find. Again, the medium punches into the just full uppercuts. Level 3 gets spent, and it's just so much life that goes away from this combo.
Yeah, he's in a bad spot. We'll just see what he can do. Maybe he's had luck jumping off the wall. Let's see if he does that again.
He's going to be splattered against the wall.
Yeah,
I don't think that counts.
It's sort of like jumping, right?
It's an involuntary jump, yeah.
Yeah.
So, see here is, yeah. Mark, he's got himself the win streak on the board, and Daniel, it's going to be up to him to say, keep the pressure on and answer back. But he's trying to do the best he can with these parries now as well, not afraid to use that parry for any impact coming in from the Marissa.
You know, we talked too about these long sets and adjusting. I feel like we've kind of adjusted back to the equilibrium here a bit. Both players having some success, both players getting beat a bit.
Great command grab coming through here as well. It just puts Daniel on a sliver of health. And Marissa doesn't do tickles, just does full up damage.
So this puts Mac at set point here. If he can take this round, he'll be up 2-1. But so we'll have to see if Daniel can stop that.
Yeah, and it feels like Mac, like say, he has adjusted back. You know, he's kind of taken those knowledge checks from the first match, and fully been able to adjust this one. You see, yeah. I mean, again, everyone's spending this bar. They're getting the full advantage of this one. They're putting themselves into burnout, and they don't seem to be at a disadvantage from this one. But we'll see Daniel applying some pressure onto Mac. What's he going to do? He's got about a third of his health left, so the level 2 comes out, and it's close to a level 3 bar here from Mr. There is Mac. Does he want to try and answer back? Does he even have the window to answer back into this one? Bit of an opening there, but Daniel's still going to be able to apply this pressure out onto Mac. Keeping him in the corner. It's going to be a jump out now as well. Is that going to be the confirm into it? Just actually puts him into the ground. We've got a bit of damage here into the temple.
I'm extremely surprised he didn't convert that to a level 3.
Yeah, and for the second time in about 30 seconds, you know, we're getting another level 2 coming through. The straight up jump through here as well. Those low kicks here from Marissa. Just trying to do the job, don't actually get the confirm, and Daniel's going to be able to take this one. So, yeah, fighting back, answering back here just a little bit. He's going to jumped over.
Oh, interesting, an air throw. Yes, speaking of characters, we forgot to have air throws. Rashid does have an air throw.
Yeah, let's put one on the board. Another level 3 expand out here from Mac to take a big life lead. Yeah, you can see the worry. I mean, I'd be so worried if I was getting punched halfway across the screen like that.
Yeah, I mean, Daniel took a really big risk by waking up like that and got paid for it.
Great counter DI comes out there as well. It's going to be a full punish coming out from Marissa. Is it going to be enough to kill there as well with the Superman punch? It's just going to be up with the command grab. He does get a lot of damage, but it's not enough for the kill.
Another level 2? Why not?
Do we just take shots? Is that what we're doing every time the level 2 comes out?
Oh my god, we wouldn't be able to talk anymore.
We would be in trouble. And Daniel's in trouble there as well. It's going to be 2-1 coming out from Mac.
Yeah, there's just this like there's this thing with some matchups in this game where it feels like you know, when you're playing a Kim or a Rashid, you do so much work, you do so much to get some half a bar down, and then you know your opponent just Zangief for something, just one throw, or Marisa one combo, right, and they're back evened up again.
Yeah, but it, you know, it is further just because of the amount of pressure that you can apply. Sorry, I'm on the back seat of the Marissa, but you know, it is that's one of the big things. If you do give the openings, like you say, to Zangief, to Marissa, you are going to pay with a lot of life. It's the same with Manon. You know, if you give them time to build those medallions up, that's kind of the big point of the hero, right? Of the character, that they can do big numbers very quickly.
Yeah, for sure. And you know, looking at these stats here, I think it's actually look pretty even in terms of the success they're having both in wins and these stats. Except for look at perfect parries. Mac looks like he's the only one actually really trying to parry.
Yeah, and yeah, you can see that every time it comes up for the overheads as well. Mac, maybe that is something that he's been practicing. You know, there's been lapping up that whenever the pressure is applied, if he can turn it around with that perfect parry, he can just send Daniel right back into the corner.
Yeah, and you know, you were asking about season 2. Like that's the sort of thing people are asking for changes to is perfect parries, because there's very little risk in a lot of cases to trying to perfect parry everything that happens, especially in like block strings or strings like that. We'll have to see if Daniel pulls that up. Like that's not something I think you can just adjust to unless it's part of your game already. So we'll have to see if that actually changes for Daniel or not.
Yeah, I think it was Idom that was saying that he wants the perfect parry taken away from your potential anti-air being used as an anti-air. Again, I'm not good enough to say how that would go or how it wouldn't go. But yeah, there is. I mean, I think it shows how well that the game is doing. That there's not a massive okay, apart from Luke and maybe potentially Ken. Just need tuning down a bit. But for the most part, it is more the mechanics that people are asking to be changed around.
Well, that's just video gamers. They're gonna whine about everything.
Yeah, and we're going to see, again, Mark starting off on the front foot here. He's got a lot of damage coming through, spending some of that bar. Going to be able to get a Superman punch. Doesn't actually connect here. So the OD comes out from Daniel, and Daniel just trying to buy some space. Great fireball comes out there as well. But Mark going to be able to get the overheads once again. The damage rush in. Command grab comes out. And all of a sudden, Daniel's losing most of his health.
I haven't seen a whole lot of anti-airs here. We just saw a full jumping conversion a second ago there.
Yeah, and the jump back once again comes out from Mac as that screen jump comes out. Good throw though for Daniel.
And I know Maurice's anti-air options are limited, but Rashid certainly has a few. He's got he's got a DP, he's got some okay normals, but I haven't seen much anti-airing out of Daniel.
Actually really good on Scotland there, just to get that counter damage coming out, and that's something that you don't see used all that often. Is just purely for the counter, and that's another what I'm seeing in terms of anti-air options coming out from the Marissa. That you see the jump in, just immediately go into that Scott, and you try and let them take that hit, and they do take that counter damage. Speaking of counter damage,
I don't love how passive Daniel was there. He had Marissa and Burnout almost dead. Could have pushed down a little bit.
Yeah, and you see the Mac now that fully 3-win streak over the course of the last few matches, but does seem to have that momentum now. Maybe Daniel just needs to shake it off a little bit. Okay, maybe not in the middle of the match. You don't stand up and shake it off, but you give yourself just that mental reset. You get yourself back into it.
Yeah.
And the corner, level 3.
Not gonna kill here, but he's gonna be real low.
Yeah. And again, he was already in the corner anyway, but it just doubles down on that corner here. And again, he has to be Superman punch.
Well, pretty dominating win there.
Yeah, it feels like Max really hit his stride, really hit his rhythm. So maybe that's what Daniel just needs to get a little bit more proactive, as again, going to be able to get the uppercut combo coming out here. Just catch him in the middle of the air as well. So Marissa trying to take full advantage of the run into the Gladius, into the corner, drive rush into the punch, and this is just going to be a big damage. But Mac to be thrown back out of this one. Daniel trying to do what he can, but no, he gets the jump over into the KO.
Yeah,
great punch from Mac.
He has not done that buffed move very much, and he got punished for it that time. when he flies across the whole screen there, that's like the buff version of it.
Just a great read as well.
Yeah, for sure.
Again, perfect parry comes out here, and Mac has been absolutely on point with the damage coming through. He's not going to be able to get the grab though, so Rashid's going to be able to get some of his aggro back. Trying to get some of that momentum there as well. Good grab to throw away. Just trying to go for the OD, jump over, but he's not. He's still going to connect onto this one. Just a bit mistimed. And now, everybody's favorite level 2. I mean,
weathered the storm pretty well there. You asked how to deal with it in Burnout. That was it. Just block.
Yeah. Didn't get punished for that. You like to say that there is the CA available here as well, which is going to be a big ender if Marissa can find the window, especially through these fireballs. Perfect parry into the damage, and this should be again just another finisher coming out for Mark.
Yeah, even with that high scaling on a purple parry, the super's always going to do a lot.
Yeah, and it's the second punch to the face, but does leave you with the love heart, which swings and roundabouts.
Yeah, I guess that's an upside.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think I'd would you want to walk around with that love heart on your face until it fades for probably like a week?
Maybe, I don't know, 50-50.
You see the card's coming out, really good jump over there with the fireball. Marissa, making that one work. Going to be able to get another corner carry combo coming out here from Marissa, but Rashid answers back with his own drive rush back into the middle of the screen here. Just trying to push back, using some of that drive rush bar. Going to be fully committed onto this one, the throw over. Now, the Wiggle Gladius, I mean, it's a good answer if there's the dive in. Daniel's going to burn himself out for this one, but it's a lot of damage already onto Mac. So Mac, how does he answer back? He actually gets the block onto that level 1.
I like the aggression. I know there's some risk here, but like he's got to really answer Mac's aggression, and he's really trying to do it.
Yeah, because this puts Mac 1 win away, right?
Great. There's potential, right? Now we're finally seeing it. Great reactions there.
here. Daniel, if he's got anything up his sleeve, this is where he needs to pull it out, and he's even going to be able to get himself through that perfect parry. He still takes the advantage from that one. Eagle Spike going to be into the corner now as well. Eagle breaks through.
I'm actually a little confused what happened. I believe that perfect parry might have been on a projectile is why it behaved so weirdly. I'm not totally sure.
Oh, actually breaks down. Look at this one. The mix-up coming up from Daniel. He's just, he's got a lot. He's got the jump in. And Mac, he's just got, it's going to be, I think, at first perfect if he gets this one. I've put the Caster's Curse on him now, so he's not going to get it. Level 2 comes through here, and yeah, Daniel's going to be able to buy himself some time now as well. The damage, it's going to be, ooh, the parry was there, but he doesn't get the throw out. It's going to be the throw break coming out from Mac there, so he's not going to be able to fully follow up through this one. He's trying to throw these fireballs out here. Chip damage coming through, and Mac, he is close to going down. He does, but it's not a perfect.
Very dominant round. You know, if he can keep that up, then I think we're going to see things swing around a bit.
Yeah. And it does get him on the board here, Daniel, after a bit of a streak coming up from Mac as well. So there is life in Daniel just yet.
Now, we talk about knowledge checks, too. I feel like some of the hardest ones with Rashid are when he has you in the corner, he can mix you up in so many weird ways.
Yeah.
And that was an example of Daniel not being, or I'm sorry, Mac not really being able to pull himself out of it. That vortex, as they like to call it, right?
Yeah. And that's kind of like you say that just the tools you kind of just have to block and pray. Once you do get into that rhythm of being punished in the corner, parry there onto the super. So it's going to be back into the corner here for Daniel. And what's Matt going to be able to do to take advantage of this one? Going to be able to get that really good command grab out. It's going to be enough for the kill as well.
How much does her command grab do? Is that a highly damaging one?
A lot is the answer.
Okay. Yeah, I know it varies. It varies quite a bit. Some characters have command grabs and only hit for about 1,500, and then you've got people like Eve who are it's like double that.
Yeah, I just know if I'm seeing my opponent in the yellow and I'm throwing that out, chances are, you know, if not kill, you know, it's going to put them within range. And look at this one, it's just the pressure being applied once again. Even going to be able to deal with that jumping now as well into the level 3. Yeah. Oh, Mac, he's got it on the board.
Yeah, everyone always talks about having an EX reversal like that as being an advantage, but if you use it poorly, it can be a disadvantage.
Yeah, and it seemed like Mac was waiting for that one just to open him up and fully closes this one out here. So yeah, Mac going to be able to get himself those 3 wins. I do believe that's going to be enough to carry him through. And yeah, that was, you know, big punishes coming out there, and yeah, just that last adjustment. You take a look at the full stats coming out on the board. The punish counters started to get a fairly bit of even, but the perfect parries were just nowhere close between the 2 players.
Yeah, I think the parries made a really big difference there. Like in this game, a perfect parry just lets you take the momentum and completely turn it the other direction, like 180 fully. So if you can do that consistently and your opponent can't, it's going to be a big difference.
Yeah, and I know we went a little bit long, obviously, to the team fights, but just at the corner time between the 2 players here, a bit of a difference. So it was the actual, just the damage. You just be able to keep yourself there and keep your opponent in the corner as well from both sides. It felt like that was something we hadn't seen all night. So both played it really well here, both players, just being able to keep each other in the corners.
Yeah, we got Mac on the stream here. Congratulations, Mac.
Well, thank you. I got my revenge.
Just being able to play that one, because we've just been talking about the perfect parries, is that something you practice coming into this matchup? Because you ended up with 14 over the full set, whereas Daniel only had 2 for that full set.
No, I mean, the perfect parries is kind of what I do in every matchup. I mean, what everybody probably should do in every matchup. It's a ridiculous thing to do. What I actually practiced was the if he wall jumped so that I can air to air him, and it didn't work once. I'm not sure what that was.
There was a moment in that last set where I thought you were having some trouble with the level 2 setups. What is your general game plan for Marissa in the level 2s?
I wait until he throws me, and then I hopefully not die. No, it's really, I don't honestly. It's probably the best level 2 in the game. I'm not sure if I can do it. If he goes full screen, it activates it. I can't level 3 it, and if he's, you know, there is not much to. I don't have a reversal really. Yeah, I left it. Level 2 also does not work. At least not really.
That was something I was waiting to see, was you level 3 through one of his level 2s. I don't think you managed to get it through once. Is that just like you didn't want to bother trying, or he just didn't give you the opportunity?
I mean, I tried it in the lab a little bit, and it seems to. He has to be pretty close. I mean, if he does it full screen, it's not working. So I'm not really trying it, honestly. If he would do it like face up, then okay, sure. But that is just unrealistic, I would say.
Well, such a fantastic sets there. Really exciting main event. Thank you so much, Mac, for coming on. Do you have any final words for anyone?
Honestly, no. But GG's to Daniel. I hope to see him next time. And yeah.
Yeah, and thank you for being part of the FightRise community. Definitely, if you want to take on Mac yourself, come to One Fight Stand 2, right? Take you on. All right.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, thank you, Mac. We'll say goodbye to you. All right, everyone. We are almost done here. I think we want Image Omega to come on. IO, if you're available. But really, wow, what incredible set of matches all day today. That was fantastic with the team fight. I didn't get to say, even though One Fight Stand 2 Europe, the team won, we're all FightRise, so it did feel good just to see everyone have a good time.
I mean, North America would have won if it weren't for lag. It was completely lag.
Yep. I think that was a North American lobby. I think that's how it was set up. But yeah, no, it was definitely ping issues.
Yeah, everything's on our side for that one, Spectre. I don't know if that really works as an option select.
Oh, well.
All right, we got IO on. IO, any upcoming events that we want to shout out?
Yeah, for sure. And, one, great job, Rob. Great job, Spectre. It was really a treat to listen to both of you guys commentate. So I think you took the whole commentating bar up another notch. So, amazing job to you guys. And it's funny about the lag. It reminds me of like the old Quake days. We used to, if the match ever went wrong, we used to just kind of blame it on the ping. But yeah. So we do have an Ask Me Anything event coming up again. And if you haven't seen the past ones, we've had Ryan Hart, we've had Rufelmonger, and we've had Perfect Legend. And so those have been our past AMAs. This time we have Blind Warrior Sven. So shout out to Gung Jo for connecting us with him. If you don't know who Blind Warrior Sven is, he's definitely gone viral because he's an actual blind Street Fighter 6 competitor, and he's actually I don't know, when did he start Hot Soup? I know he's played Street Fighter 5. Did he play before that too?
Yeah, he said he started with Street Fighter 2, playing blind.
Oh my gosh.
And yeah, but I think competitively Street Fighter 5 is where he really made waves.
Yeah, so it's really just kind of amazing to think about, all the accessibility that they have included in Street Fighter 6. I'm actually really interested to hear his thoughts about that. But because this is an Ask Me Anything event, we do want your questions in the community. So if you have something that you would like to ask Blind Warrior Sven, definitely bring that up. If you haven't seen any of his stuff, watching him play is phenomenal. And not just because he's blind, but because he's a phenomenal player. But also his commentary is amazing. He just keeps up with everything so well. So he's a great commentator as well. I'd love to see him on mics for other events. But that's really cool. But yeah, that's the big thing that's coming up towards the end of April. That's April 25th. And then this week we have One Fight Stand 2 on Monday, as well as Wake Up 3 Rise and Fight on Tuesday night.
Yeah, absolutely. And not to overshadow our AMA with Blind Warrior Sven, we actually already have MDZ Jimmy coming on for an AMA in May, towards the end of May. So look forward to that as well. A lot of stuff happening in the channel. Join us, fightrise.com/Discord. We're a welcoming community, any rank, any skill level. We've got everything for everyone. So please join us there. Anything else, IO?
No, I think that's it. I think that you said that very well, that one, we are welcoming towards everybody. This is actually I think our first stream, our first event where we've had only master players on here, but we are welcoming for all skill levels. And I like to think that everybody's had a great time. I know that's how the feedback comes in. So you guys, if you want to be part of any of these events, please join us on our Discord. That is where everything's happening.
Yeah, so what a great stream, and thank you to Shogberg for doing all the hard work manning the stream. You always impress me with all the stuff that you're juggling on this stuff. Image Omega for the excellent graphics and video, just turning it up a notch on the production levels. Really, you're like 80% of the stream, IO, so thank you for all your hard work. Grape and B-Side creating the scoreboard and the stats. I love seeing the stats. They were really awesome here, especially with the team fight, just seeing all the comparison match to match. And all the fighters for showcasing such a great gameplay and really accommodating the time zone here and coming on and playing their best. I really appreciate everyone's hard work there. And Tidalwave for organizing things on the TO side. I could not have done this without him. He really gets all the players organized and ready to play these matches. And last but not least, I want to echo what Eamon Jamaica said. Thank you, Rob, for lending your talents to us. And Spectre, great analysis as always. The pairing was perfect. Any last word from you guys? Anything to promote? Well, why don't we start with you, Spectre?
I'm going to promote FightRise. I don't know if you guys have heard of this, but it's a really great Discord and community. But seriously, like, I back that. I have nothing else I want to promote. And to Rob, it was awesome commentating with you. I'd love to do it again sometime.
Yeah, absolutely. I had a fantastic time, being able to rely on you as well for the knowledge checks, you being able to come in clutch with those. It was amazing to think. My first time, hopefully not my last time as well, commenting on Street Fighter. I'm looking forward to getting into it more and more. Yeah, shout out to the FightRise, everybody involved in FightRise. It's a great way. I mean, I started off, I looked at Street Fighter, I went, that's not for me, but finding these communities that do kind of guide you through it, not shy of taking sets up against completely new players as well, and being able to teach and helping me learn, just getting me through it. Again, this is because I've been playing for on and off for about 4 months now, so I'm still very, very new, and it just feels like it's it's so easy to get into with the resources that you guys provide. So yeah, absolutely shout out to FightRise. I'm absolutely looking forward to getting involved more and more.
Awesome. Shogberg, I do have a request. We had a bit of a technical snafu with the intro video playing with two music. Could we play the intro video again and then cut the stream?
Yeah, we'll close the stream out with that. Thanks to everyone for joining us. I think that's the last thing on our list. Does anyone have anything else to add or promote before we take it out of here?
Buy more t-shirts.
Yeah, definitely buy more t-shirts. And thanks again, everybody.
All right, everyone. Have a great day.
Warriors have been fighting on battlefields for ages. Those familiar stories passed down through the millennia. Two opposing forces with the belief that they are the bravest, the strongest, the greatest. Each fighting to be a hero. Tonight, FightRise presents a battle of the best of us. The only story you need is the one right in front of your eyes. These masters of our game stand here now face to face on the precipice of history. North America versus Europe. One Fight Stand versus One Fight Stand 2. That's our story here on Earth to Fight 6 Transatlantic Throwdown.